Did you miss me, guys? Let me know that at first. Did you miss me? And you can hear me or not. Let me know that first before starting this session. I wanna stay whole PM session with all of you. Love to stay with you, okay, guys? But did you miss me? I was missing you, to be honest. Okay. Hey, George. How are you, by the way? It's good to see you again, brother. I hope that you had a very nice holiday, man. Okay, I missed you. Thank you, Amit Singh. Thank you, Mahadi. Thank you, Mahadi. So as I told this thing before, uh, it will take this liquidity, at least tap to this daily fair value gap. This is dollar index, okay? Dollar index hourly chart. Yesterday I told that it will be hindsight. So before being hindsight, learn how to think this thing. Market fall, take that liquidity, trade this fair value gap, then it is bullish. Trading this new day opening gap or new week opening gap, whatever it is, I don't know what is this, whatever you say, okay, new week opening gap, new day opening gap, whatever you call, trying to break this one. If it is broken, then I will start to think about this obvious liquidity, this fair value gap, which is called the inversion fair value gap from daily chart. I have no more intention about this gap anymore. I don't want to use this gap anymore when market has done its job around this area. So all I would love to see, can it go through this gap now and take that relatively equal highs over there, not the obvious liquidity, actually the relatively equal highs over here. Can it take that relatively equal highs? So that is my intention to see before it reaching over there. Remember, when I'm looking for this, obviously I will look for sell for Nasdaq. So when I'm outlining buy here, I will outline the sell to Nasdaq. So keep that in your mind, okay? Everything is done in my opinion over here. Just this thing should be broken now before taking that relatively equal highs. Then we will see if it can reach for that buy side liquidity around that area, that buy side liquidity or not. In that type of situation, I will care about this gap. If it is broken, then I'll look for this buy side liquidity. Very simple thing, okay? As I told, when it will reach over here, we'll look for the next thing. So this is the next thing. I'm watching this gap now. Can it go through this or not? Or if it fall again, go through that gap. This is my first two intention, but my priority is it will go through this gap and it will go for this buy side liquidity. That is my first intention. So this is all from the dollar index. I told you to learn how to use this dollar index and how to predict the price. There is no end of learning. I'm sorry, I have to remove this. Actually, I have already uploaded this video. I hope that you guys have already seen this execution, which I have outlined in my Twitter. So if you are with me in my Twitter, you already know that what I was looking for. So I will just remove them. Okay, okay. Uh, just I write it down. Check my Twitter. I have already outlined this trade long before. Okay. This is something you should understand. I wanna go to daily chart first. A little. I mean, now is the lunch hour. Nobody should be rushed to into a trade. Okay, nobody should be rushed into a trade right now. This was broken. I wanted to see that this -1 standard deviation will act as a support. Then it will go higher. Market was overzealous, made this first fair value gap, trade that first fair value gap, going higher. Did it done its run? No, I don't think so. Until this dotted line, which is actually -1 standard deviation, which I actually removed from my chart. Yesterday I have shown you this dotted line. I wanna see it will reach at least until this dotted line. Okay, tick by tick. Maybe little above of that dotted line, but at least until this dotted line, I will be bullish. Traded this gap, should reach until this area, then I will observe the candle close of today's. If it can close above this dotted line, I will look for this -2.5 standard deviation. If it can close above this -2.5 standard deviation, I'll look for this -2 standard deviation. When it will trade this dotted line, I want to see some kind of reaction or some kind of retracement to any of this gap, either this last gap or this entry gap. So when it will reach over there, then I will start to look for those retracement or reaction from this dotted line. If it can go through this dotted line, I'm not interested to look for any kind of retracement. I will be bullish extremely until this minus 2.5 standard deviation. According to ICT, which is actually when you are at the all-time high, you should look for buy only. Just look for buy. In the meantime, every level of the standard deviation, I will start to look for some kind of reaction from there. I don't think so that there can be any kind of confusion anymore. There should not be, by the way. So this is the hourly chart. Today my first intention was market will fall for this sell side liquidity and it will trade this hourly gap. I wasn't confident to trade this morning session. When I saw market is extremely bullish over here, failed to trade that constant crossman, then I got some confidence to go for the buy. Until this area, I wasn't confident to look for any kind of setup around this area. Okay, so if I just open the Twitter, because I've tweeted it. Okay, it's beforehand. Not don't think that it's a hindsight. So I actually took the screenshot here. Sell side taken. That means I was talking here. This is the 1 minute chart. If market can take the sell side liquidity, 15-minute bullish fair value gap. You can see this 50-minute. Where is it? This is the 15-minute bullish fair value gap over here, which is the entry gap, by the way. 15-minute bullish fair value gap, higher MSS or inversion fair value gap. Now I took the entry from the order block actually, but I was looking for some kind of higher structure shift or the inversion gap entry. Both of them are not there. There was the order block entry, so I took the order block entry. Please watch the execution over here. You can see this is the limit order from the order block. When it tapped to this order, and then I go for that buy. So where I was here, I was here. I'm looking for buy target until dotted line. So this dotted line is my target. Still, this is my target. I'm just observing this week 50%. Can it break the 50% of that week or not? If it failed to break the 50% of this week, I'll expect that market will go higher and it will reach until this dotted line. Still, I'm bullish. My next tweet was, you already know when and how to look for short after a big bull run. So this is a big bull run. After a big bull run, how to look for a sell? If you are looking for a sell, you should look for the sell after getting a 15-minute bearish fair value gap. And how to use that 15-minute bearish fair value gap, you already know that. Without that, I'm not interested to look for sell. Not anymore. Okay, I'm not interested. So from hourly chart, all you can see, you have this gap over here, which is the entry gap. You have the last gap here, very small gap, but I don't want to use this gap. Instead, I would love to use this gap. In the meantime, low, high, lower low, highest up close body close candle, which is the breaker block from the what to say, I mean the from the hourly chart. Though it didn't trade that breaker block, I wanted to see that it will reach until this breaker block. So I was eagerly waiting for that breaker block traded. It missed that breaker block for a little. Okay, so I was like little confused. Should I go for that trade or not? Or market will come back again and trade that breaker block. So I was little confused. That's why I put my stop loss below the mean threshold. If you watch that execution, you will see that my stop loss was below the mean threshold, not below the order block. Again, this is the lunch hour 12:06. So I'm not interested to trade any entry. I will be here whole PM session. I'm expecting that this PM session will be a beautiful session. Okay, I expect that. So just let me go to the ICT himself. In ICT's post was there. Are you ready for the kernels of NFP today? So I commented over there, don't wanna trade this NFP. PM session will be more secured, sir. Think like this way. So I just commented like this way. So I was more interested about the PM session, and I'm not thinking that it's gonna be one-sided. So market will keep going higher, keep going higher, keep going higher. I'm not thinking like that way. I just tweeted that as well. It should not be one-sided. Fall is coming. Sit tight to catch that falling knife. So I believe that it will fall. But before falling, I want to see it will reach at least this dotted line. So when it will be in this dotted line, I'll start to look for the sell. And I will start to be, I'll be ready to catch that falling knife. So that is my intention right now. Think that if I can take that sell, I'm not interested at all about the buying after that dotted line. Until the dotted line, I'm bullish. If market doesn't trade that dotted line, then I will look for the 15-minute bearish fair value gap and the way it should trade. Then maybe I will change my bias and I will start to think about sell, which is not my priority and I really don't want to see that. But when it will reach to this dotted line, I won't even wait for the 15-minute bearish fair value gap. I'll start to look for sell from 1 minute chart. And I believe that that is going to happen around, what to say, I mean around the PM session. Right now I'm observing that week 50% from the hourly chart, that week 50%. Can this market trade that 50% of that week, or does it fail to trade the 50%? If it failed to trade that 50%, I'll be extremely bullish until this buy side liquidity from 1 minute chart and that dotted line. Guys, if you have any question, just hold it, because let me finish this fast. We have a lot of time until 12:50. We have the time. So until 12:50 I have no opportunity to take the entry, even if it's the best setup ever. I am not interested to take the entry. So let me actually finish this first, and then I will read your comment. If you have any kind of questions, just hold it in your mind, because I believe that I will answer all of your question before even asking me. So right now, that is from the hourly chart, that dotted line, which is the minus 1.5 standard deviation and the minus 2.5 standard deviation. The 50% of those level is this dotted line. I want to see this dotted line will send the market little lower, at least for this sell side liquidity and this hourly bullish fair value gap. That is my expectation right now. Even if it is the best setup right now to go for that buy side liquidity, I'm not interested to catch any kind of entry right now. If you are already in a trade, you can manage your trade. There is nothing wrong. But new entry should not be valid when it is inside the lunch hour. New entries are not valid. Okay. So from 15-minute chart, as you have seen here, that the same thing. This is the new day opening gap over here, which has been traded there. So market actually fall, traded that new day opening gap one more time. Today's new day opening gap, I am not interested to keep that new day opening gap. I just marked it to see why it was reversing from there. What was the reason for there? Previously that was my inversion gap, which is from there traded that inversion gap around the London session. It was in my opinion the liquidity taking session, and it has used this inverse gap for taking the liquidity. If you have found any setup around the London session, good for you. I didn't see any setup. So I was observing this inverse gap, how it is going through this gap, how it is working with that gap. So I got see this one, then little consolidation around this area. Then around the 8:30. Okay, so the 8:30 we have the NFP. I wasn't interested to trade at all over there. And when I saw fake breakout, one candle closed above the inverse gap, the very next candle come back again and closed below or inside this inverse gap. So first thing was the fake breakout. One more candle, that is the confirmation of the breakout. No, I'm not fake, I'm right. So I'm going higher. Then market make a fair value gap here from the 15-minute chart, trade that fair value gap by this specific candle around 9:30. I was looking for 1 minute, first presented gap. Market didn't provide me any entry opportunity, keep going higher. Okay, it was extremely bullish. It keep going higher, didn't provide me any kind of entry opportunity. I'll show you them all from the 1 minute chart. Then extremely bullish until this area. I was praying that please don't touch that dotted line. Please don't touch that dotted line. It didn't touch that dotted line, started to fall. That was my opportunity to look for the buy. This specific candle, I wanted to see it will trade this gap, that specific candle. Instead of that, it has made this candle as an indecisive candle. So when I saw this indecisive candle, and the very next candle also had a big wick. Can you see the wick? Here is a big wick, here is a big wick. Fortunately, it has traded this gap perfectly from 15-minute chart, which I was expecting. I didn't wait for the the perfect setup. Instead, I went for the order block entry. When I'll be 1 minute chart, you will see everything over here. Let's talk from here first. This is that 8:30 candle, which is the NFP candle. Market traded that NFP, that fair value gap. This is the sell side liquidity I marked to my Discord. Okay, so if you are with me in my Discord, you have already know that line. That line was there from the very beginning. A very specific pair, very specific sell side liquidity was there from 1 minute chart that was unfinished, and there was something I will show you that as well. So here, this is that relatively equal over here, perfect relatively equal lows, and I wanted to see this gap will be filled. Okay, I mean that gap will be tapped at least. When this run happened, it I wanted to see it will tap to this gap, but it didn't. Just missed it for one handle, just for one handle, missed to trade that gap. So it was really, I mean, frustrating for me. I really wanted to see that it will tap to this gap by that candle, specific candle, but it didn't do that. Instead, it has taken that liquidity only, which I was really, I mean, what to say? I mean, depressed. You can say depressed. Okay, so I actually outlined that on. Just let me show that. So you guys have no opportunity to tell that brother this is all hindsight. I am not saying anything hindsight. I have already marked them beforehand. Okay, man. So many, I don't know where is it, but I actually marked them and I gave the screenshot here in Twitter. Sorry, in there. Okay, I guess it's here. Yeah. So this was the first screenshot. I wanted to see this inversion fair value gap will hold the price. This sell side liquidity will be taken. Market will reach for this hourly gap. That was my first intention. Even before it was the time was like near about 6 a.m. New York local time. Okay, and this is that line here. Okay, you can see this relatively equal loss, very specific relatively equal loss. Market traded yesterday's first presented gap. Also inside this first presented gap there was a gap, last fair value gap from 1 minute chart. So if you see yesterday's first presented gap, when it has been traded there is a gap from 1 minute chart. Market came back until this specific gap went higher, made this relatively equal loss perfectly over there. I wanted to see this relatively equal loss will be taken even before market failed to take that sell side liquidity. It should at least taken this sell side liquidity. That was my intention. So I marked those both of them. Okay, this one and that one, both of them I marked, and I shared that screenshot. So here, this is that dotted line. I mean, sorry, this is that liquidity here. See this first presented gap, and over here inside this first presented gap, there is a gap, last gap, which was unfilled or unfinished business because market didn't even trade that entry gap. So this was the unfinished job, in my opinion, that should be finished because market traded here. This one has been traded, which is the order block perfectly or the last gap. So it is unfilled. So I wanted to see this will be at least traded. Even if it failed to completely close this gap, at least it will be traded. But fortunately or unfortunately, however you say, it has perfectly closed that unfilled gap. When it has perfectly closed that unfilled gap, I would love to start to look for my breaker block around this area. But unfortunately, this was all before the session time, so we are not interested to trade around this area. Instead, market actually do all of these things, and finally market has taken this sell side liquidity. Boom, market went higher. When it reached until this area, now all I need from 1 minute chart, this high failed to trade that dotted line. Remember, until this dotted line I'm bullish. I don't care about anything else. Until that dotted line I'm bullish. Market came until this area over here. Okay, this is the order block. First time it has made that order block, which is not order block in my opinion, because this thing not even traded any 1 minute last gap or the 15-minute gap. So here you can see this 15-minute gap over here, none of them has been traded over there. Either way, it didn't, I mean, came even until this order block level. That was the order block level as well. So I wasn't interested to trade from there. I wanted to miss this trade. I was very upset to see this run. When it was going higher extremely, I was very upset because I was thinking that market will reach until this dotted line. Then I saw boom, market fall. Took that liquidity one more time. All of this liquidity has been taken by that run. From 15-minute chart, traded this 15-minute entry bullish fair value gap. If you, I didn't mark it, but yeah, obviously you can mark that 15-minute bullish fair value gap and you will see the magic. 50% perfect retracement. Here went higher. Now I'm going to remove this one. I'll keep it, then I'll remove it because I don't need that one. Actually, I was watching both of the chart. It reached until this area. This lowest down close candle is my perfect order block. Fortunately or unfortunately, this candle failed to close above that candle. Instead of that, this candle has made both of them as a consecutive order block. So what I did, I took my entry from the opening of that order block. I took a little risk. You can see here, just opening of that instead of the high, because my stop loss was below the mean threshold. I didn't want to put my stop loss below the order block because I took here the entry. At the same time, remember this low failed to trade the breaker block from hourly chart. So I was little confused. Does it coming back again to trade that unfilled gap before going higher? So I was little bit confused. So I put my stop loss below this mean threshold, took that risk, take my entry from this order block. There should be a partial. I didn't do it because I wanted to hold the trade until this that dotted line. But as I wanted to open the the streaming, so I closed this trade automatically over here, which is near about, not bad, not bad, 27 handle. It has already provided me, even if I take the partial here, which is actually the logical level to take the partial. I love to take the partial here. Okay, 32 handle. Even if I take the partial over here, it's 32 handle. You know that I don't like to hold my trade for so long. You can see that was my target until this area, which is a runner 51 handle. I don't like it. Okay. So market took the entry here, closed my trade over there, came to this live. Then market fall little bit. If I hold that trade, maybe I would get stopped out here somewhere. I don't know. Then market fall again, trade that order block one more time here, traded that order block one more time, made this market structure shift here. See, this market took that liquidity here, retested this order block, gave me the market structure shift, fair value gap. So what is that? My another opportunity to take the buy. I'm coming every point. Okay, don't worry. That is my another opportunity to take the buy, at least until this buy side liquidity. The problem is, it is inside the lunch hour. I don't care how beautiful the setup is. I'm not interested to take that entry because it is it is inside this lunch hour. So what I will do, I will wait until 12:50, 12:49, to wait until that area to look for another opportunity to take entry. Even if I get the best opportunity to trade over here, I'm gonna let them go. I'm just not going to touch it. Now it's time to read your comment. If anyone has any question, you can ask me right now. But before asking any question, make sure that you have pushed the like button and you have subscribed to our channel if you are new. Remember, I'm not bearish, I'm bullish until this dotted line. This dotted line is very important to me. Okay, that dotted line. Until this dotted line, I'll look for buy run, and then I will observe this dotted line. Is it willing to send the price lower, or is it going to be broken and market is interested to reach for this minus 2.5 standard deviation? That is my intention to see. I'm not looking for that. I'm not thinking that market will be extremely bullish, because it should not be like this way. Because if it is extremely bullish, lot of people will be profitable. Whoever took the buy from this support zone, see this low, that low, that low, they are in a support zone. And if market keep going higher, all of them will be profitable. I don't want them to be profitable. So what I am looking for, it will go for this dotted line, then it will start to fall. At least it will take that swing low, because when it will go higher above that high, whoever took the buy there, they will put their stop loss below this low, at least below this low. So market will target that low. It doesn't have the opportunity to reach until the sell side liquidity after that big bull. I really don't think so that it will fall that much again, but at least until this low it should fall again from that dotted line. So that is my interest, to see that market will reach for there and then it will fall for this sell side liquidity. The best case of scenario, if market leaves some sell side liquidity from at least 1 minute chart, which you can see here, which is a perfect sell side liquidity so far. This low and that low, they are relatively equal lows. At least it will come for this sell side liquidity and finish its run below this low. That is my intention to see right now. If it keep going higher, as I told, from this gap, which is a perfect setup, and take that liquidity, I don't care. I'll let this go, because it's not my time to trade. So I'm not going to take this entry again. I can take this entry, but I should not take this entry. Instead, I will wait for 12:49. If it provide me anything, I'll go for that. If it doesn't provide me, I'll do nothing. I'll just keep waiting. Whole of this area, I didn't do anything. Okay, to be honest, I didn't do anything. I wanted to take and buy from this first presented fair value gap. Market never reached for this first presented gap, which is from today the first presented gap according to me. So if you are confused, brother, that is not first presented gap or 53, sorry, 30, 35.5 to 2 tick. Okay, so 5 handle, 2 tick is my first presented gap. It's according to me, not according to ICT. So if any of you get confused, I'm sorry for that. It's my first presented fair lookup. I want to use this gap as my first presented gap because it has an I have an idea how to use this gap. So I would love to keep using this first presented gap. Right now I'm observing this buy side liquidity. Can it take that buy side liquidity by the lunch hour? And around the PM session, it started to fall at least for this sell side liquidity. Okay, so my target will be this sell side liquidity around the PM session. First of all, this will be my target. But before the PM session, if you take that liquidity, maybe I'll stay still until the next liquidity made, or if it leave that buy side liquidity all over there and fall actually, then I'll look for that buy side liquidity again. So it all depends. Is it going to take the buy side liquidity first, trade that dotted line, then go for the sell side liquidity, or does it come back again, take that sell side liquidity, trade that min threshold of that order block, and then it will start to go higher for this buy side liquidity. So this is my two type of intention right now to think what market is going to provide me. Whatever it will provide me, I'll try to catch it. This setup, that setup, I'm not interested to catch. I'm not at all interested to catch that setup. It's because it's in the lunch hour. I don't care how beautiful the setup is. I'm not interested to catch that setup. Now you can say, brother, you have missed the perfect setup. Most of the time I saw that it worked perfectly until a certain level, then it stopped me out. So I'm not interested to catch that one. Thank you guys so much for being with me. I can see 63 people are watching me and 17 likes. It's not convincing, brother. To be honest, it's not convincing. I really would love to see some more likes from all of you. Thank you so much for understanding, and thank you so much for providing me the likes. Okay, Natalia, how have you identified that -1 standard level? I've already explained it yesterday, right? Okay, some people are new today, so let me actually show that one more time. Because some of you actually were not yesterday, maybe. I'm going to remove this order block line and the min threshold, but remember that should not be wiped out from your chart, please. That should not be wiped out from your chart. Market fall, high, low, sorry, low, high, low, low. Okay, I mean, how to say? This is the last time when market has taken some kind of swing low. This is the last time. After this, there is no swing low has been taken. This is the last time. Before that run, retracement run. Until this thing, this is the last time when market has taken that low. I'm going to mark it from daily chart. Obviously, you can mark it from hourly chart, from 15-minute chart, even from 1-minute chart. In every level, they're important. But I am just going to get an idea from overall idea from the daily chart, how far it can reach above the all-time high. If you remember, that high was exactly until -2 standard deviation, exactly, and I clearly told that until that level market can't reverse. If you remember, it's been a long time. I mean, 10th of July, that was that high, exactly. It reached over there and then reverse. So same thing here. If you mark body to body standard deviation, remember, body to body, that is -1.5 standard deviation, which is my first priority to reversal. That means this is the strongest level. Okay, by the way, I am going to remove this -1 standard deviation. Instead, I would love to keep it this -1.5 standard deviation. I shouldn't remove it from my chart. If I wouldn't do that, then I would get this thing more clearly, because that was the more strongest thing. I just missed this one. I'm sorry for that. This -1.5 standard deviation, -2.5 standard deviation, these two level is important for me from body to body. Body, lowest body, highest body. Which leg? First leg, second leg, third leg. Low, high, lower low. Take that swing low. Middle leg, body to body. The most strongest level is -1.5 standard deviation. Second strongest level is -2.5 standard deviation. Out of these two line, I don't care about anything else. all I care, if there is no retracement and it is one-sided run, then the 50% of these two level, minus 2.5 standard deviation, minus 1.5 standard deviation. This is the 50% of that two level, okay? This dotted line. What else can happen? Price can, actually let me mark it clear right way. It should be there, I guess. Just a second, guys. So this is the dotted line. That 50% between minus 1.5 standard deviation, 2.5 standard deviation. Why it's like this? Okay. Between these two lines, this is the dotted line. This dotted line has a power to give a retracement. Retracement, again, retracement, not reversal. Retracement from that level. Again, you should mark that week to week. I don't really mark it, but sometimes it is important. And if you mark it from week to week, the most valuable level is minus 2 standard deviation, minus 1 standard deviation. From week to week, the important level is minus 1 standard deviation, minus 2 standard deviation. Body to body, 1.5, 2.5. And week to week, minus 1, week to week, 1 standard deviation, 2 standard deviation. So this 4 level is important for me. It's look like that. Oh, okay, it's from uh, that area. Okay, so I'm sorry for that. Actually, I was focusing on that minus 1 standard deviation for this type of support, but as you can see, if you mark it clearly, you will see the support zone from minus 1.5 standard deviation. I guess it should be very specific. Let me actually check it one more time. Or did it miss it for a little? Oh, okay, it has missed that for a little. I thought that it has tapped to this minus 1.5, but for missed it for a little, for a very little, okay? But I love to see some kind of perfection. So it will tap over that, then it will go higher. But at the same time, you can, it's just an idea, okay? This is just an idea. So exact level, precise precision, I love it. But even if you don't get the precision, sometimes shit happens, you know. But I really love the precision. It will tap to this. It went through this minus 1.5 standard deviation. It will use this as a support. It will go through this dotted line. It will use that dotted line as a support. It will go through this minus 2.5 standard deviation. It will make it as a support. Okay, something like that. Or it will use this level as a resistance. Is that clear, brother? Where actually Natalia? By the way, Natalia, are you sister, my or brother? Let me know. Natalia is the name of the girl, I guess. Is that clear or not? Okay. There was a confusion on Discord about MSS happened. Some thought it happened between 11:10 and 11:17, and you just mentioned the MSS occurred between 11:17 and the green candle 11:29. If you are looking for market structure shift, this is the market structure shift here. This is the only market structure shift you got after all of this period. If you are looking for a market structure shift, this is the market structure shift you got. Until this area, there is no market structure shift here. Until this, all of this area, okay, all of these market structure shift are not valid because there is no liquidity taken. Then finally, market take the liquidity here, make a swing high, fall here. If you look for the market structure shift here, it's not valid because there is no fair value gap, not clear fair value gap, no fair value gap, so it's not valid. Market reach until this area, left that buy side liquidity open. Look at this buy side liquidity. I just marked the highest high, but if you look for clear market structure shape, look how beautiful those markets, I mean sorry, those buy side liquidity are. See, it reached until this area, made this buy side liquidity much more stronger, fall again, little higher, took the liquidity again, failed to take the extreme low, which is a sign that I'm bullish. In the meantime, remember I was saying that I'm watching the weekly week 50, sorry, hourly week 50%. Can it trade that hourly week 50% or not? If it failed to trade that hourly week 50%, I'm extremely bullish. In the meantime, I really wanted to see that it will tap to this high of this fair value gap from 15 minutes because the constant rejection, top rejection. I really love this type of confidence when I saw clear constant encroachment rejection and the top rejection. Low rejection, top rejection, constant encroachment rejection, top rejection. Or first it will react from the top, that means first top rejection, then constant encroachment or the low rejection. I love to see them. So I really wanted to see it will fall here, tap to this high of this 15-minute fair value gap. It wasn't marking over there. I was observing it. Okay, it will tap to this high and then it will go higher. But as you can see, market didn't do that. Instead, it left that liquidity. That is good for me to see because it has some unfinished business. So what is my intention right now? Market will go higher, take that buy side liquidity, trade that dotted line, then it will come back for this sell side liquidity. So I will be able to look for a sell after this traded that area. Remember, I'm not going to wait for a 15-minute bearish fair value gap. The first reason is today's Friday, the closing of the week, and in this day market actually in rush around the PM session. If it left some unfinished business or most of the people are profitable, it almost every time it is in rush. So when it will come here, I will not wait for a 15-minute bearish fair value gap. Instead of that, I will start to look for a sell for this sell side liquidity. Okay, is that clear? Thank you guys for understanding. In the meantime, as I told, if it actually take that sell side liquidity before trading this dotted line, if it take that sell side liquidity, I have to look for the buy again. So my whole concept will be collapse. That means I didn't want to see one sided. Maybe in that type of situation, I have to look for one sided. I mean that market will be extremely bullish. I have to look for some those type of things. But really, I don't want to see that. My best case of scenario is this. This is my best case of scenario. I want to see this thing, but what else can happen, I will wait for the lunch hour. So whatever is going to happen, I'll get that before the lunch hour. So if this happen, I'm in low probable area. I really don't want to see this is going to happen. Instead, I would love to see that is going to happen. It's my high probable area, highly confident area, but both of them can happen. By the way, guys, thank you so much for being here. I would love to say something about the My Funded Future. I guess from 1st of January, they are going to increase the price of 80K account, sorry, 50K account. So which you are going to get now by $80. It's gonna be little high price, I guess. So if anyone would love to buy some account before 1st of January, don't forget to use the code T2 Wizard, please. And in the meantime, if they increase the price, I prefer the take profit trader. Okay, take profit trader will be better comparing with my funded futures. If they increase the price, then okay, take profit trader, the same for T2 Wizard. Right now they're running a offer where if you can, you will get the 40% off, by the way. But if you can pass the challenge, you don't need to pay any fees. No fees you have to pay, no activation fees. Then if you are able to get your first payout, they will give you back the money you have expended for taking the or buying the challenge account. So it's gonna be like $0. You will get an account by $0. So they're running that offer right now. uh, where are you? Just a second, the my cat is actually calling. Just, he said, okay, guys, it's 11, sorry, 12:37. I will take a break for 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes. I need to pray. Okay, it's the evening time. I have to pray. I'm so sorry for that, but I have to pray. So I'll be back within 3 to 4 minutes. In the meantime, if you would love to leave some likes even before going, if you would love to really leave some like for me, I'll be very much grateful to all of you. So right now I can see the likes are 31 likes, and you can see 69 people are watching. If you can make it like 50 likes, I'll be grateful to all of you. Thank you so much. I'll be back within 3, 4, 5 minutes. Okay. Set, 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 set. Don't, don't do that. Sleep here. Sleep here. Sleep here. Sleep. Okay, guys, I'll be back. Don't dis- both mini S&P and Dow are falling. I really would love to see that NQ will go little higher, then it will fall. I really wanted to see that. But we'll see. That buy side liquidity should be like that way. I really don't want to see leave them like that way. I want to see it will go higher, then it will fall. Let's see. Still, we have 7 minutes in our hand to wait for the next setup. Then we'll see. If the market failed to trade that dotted line, I will wait for a 15-minute bearish parabolic gap. Without 15-minute bearish parabolic gap, I'm not interested to look for any kind of sell. If it trade that dotted line, I will simply wait for a lower market structure shift parabolic gap immediate reaction to take my sell for this sell side liquidity. So it will depend on the situation how it is going to complete the lunch hour. So I will be here the whole PM session. I will try to be here until the PM session. Okay. So today is gonna be little longer live. I was waiting for this PM session. I didn't want to take that buy to be honest, just because I tweeted before. That's why I pushed my button. Otherwise, I wasn't interested to look for any kind of buy or sell around the morning session. So I wanted to wait until the PM session. I have a question regarding the standard deviation. As I saw you do it from the up leg, and it usually calculated from the manipulation leg, the the pull back leg. I didn't get you, Jack. I look for one thing like this low has taken here. This low has taken here. This is the middle leg. So between two lower, I mean low, lower, low. The middle leg, I look for the standard deviation. For example, I'm looking for the lower standard deviation. Okay, this lower standard deviation. This high has taken over here. This high. Okay, I'm not going for this. Okay, forget about that. This high taken here. High taken here. Between these two high, the middle leg, I'll look for that. High, low, higher high. This is that middle leg. So I'll look for the standard deviation for middle leg, for the lower standard deviation. The middle leg. High, low, higher high. This one. Low, high, lower low. This leg. Okay. Is that clear? In short, the middle leg. How to say that one? I mean not the manipulation leg, just the middle leg. Okay. Brother, we are looking for short or hot. I have already told that, brother. I mean, not exactly short or short or long. I will wait. Either any of them should be taken first. Either this buy side liquidity should be taken first or this sell side liquidity. If the sell side liquidity is taken first, I'll look for that buy side liquidity. If the buy side liquidity is taken first, I'll look for the sell side liquidity. So like something like that. In the meantime, if it make a bearish parabolic from 15-minute chart, then I will look for something like can it keep falling or not, something like that. If it can make a bearish parabolic from 15-minute chart. If it doesn't make the 15-minute bearish parabolic gap, instead tap to this dotted line, I'll start to look for sell without the 15-minute bearish parabolic gap as it is at the all-time high. You should do it between the high of 30 October and the low of 31 October. Everyone is doing it like this, including ICT himself. Now, brother, I really don't know about that because first of all, I don't see other people how they actually doing this. And about if you ask me about ICT himself, I really didn't see him something to do like every time like the same way. For example, anything, not even order block, not even breaker block, not even inversion gap, nothing. Like every time same thing. I didn't see it. So I have to find out some way which is going to work for me. And I found out that the breaker block middle leg is going to work for me. So I started to use that one. Now, again, I'm not saying that you should use like that way, but I find out that it is more precise for me. So I keep using that. I mean, I guess you are talking about this. Let me actually check. Let me actually check. Okay, 151. I guess you are talking about this leg. So something like here and here, something like this. Maybe if you are talking about this, maybe this. Yeah, you're talking about this, right, Jack? Is that you are talking about, brother? Okay, in that type of situation, maybe this is the minus 1.5 standard. I ideally don't know in that type of situation how you are going to give the priority. I mean, for example, if you see ICT himself, he actually marked this one this time. That was his marking for today, and then he marked the minus, sorry, zero point 0.5. Okay, zero point 0.5 was his thinking about. Zero point 0.5 here somewhere. I don't remember where was that. Zero point 0.5, I guess here somewhere. Zero point 0.5, I guess here somewhere. So he actually marked this one, that one. Okay, so actually I don't get anything like how and now at the same time, if you don't say it standard deviation, it's okay, because name, I don't think so that name is important. All I care about how I can mark it and how I get a precise level. I found the precise level, I mean, this way, like the middle leg here, here. I find out that this is much more, uh, what to say, not that one, that one. This is much more cleaner for me, where I get low, high, lower low. So this low has been taken by that low. This is the middle leg, which is the, as I'm looking for the upper standard deviation, I'll look for that bull run. If I was looking for the lower one, then I would go for the lower run. Okay, lower run, something like that. So I find out that this is much more precise and market perfectly work with this. So I keep using that one. If I go to 1 minute chart, and for example, low, high, lower, low. So this is the last time. So far, this is the last time. Okay. So if I mark the low to the high, you can see the minus 1.5 standard deviation, minus 1 standard deviation, minus 1.5 standard deviation is around the buy side liquidity, exactly to that buy side liquidity level. Okay. So something like that, that area. Now, if you look for the sell side, okay, low, sorry, high, low, higher, high. I'd love to look for the market high to body low. It came until the minus 3 standard deviation, though I don't need that one. This is the extreme level for me. Extreme level for me, okay? That is the extreme level. It came until this level, which is minus 3 standard deviation. Then market is reversing again. So I love to see like this way. And most of the time I get the precision with that way. So how can I say? I mean, not this way. Yes, it should be something like, it's very messy actually. Which one I should use? I don't know. Let me find out another good thing. High, low, high. Just go for this leg, okay? This leg is much more cleaner with here, comparing with this. It's much more cleaner. So let's go for this leg. Minus 1, it reached minus 1.4. one standard deviation. I'm not convinced. It should reach at least minus 1.5 standard deviation until this area, I guess. I mean, this is the messy area because here is another low around this area. There is another low, high, low, higher, high. If I go for this and market went out of this, so I will mark week to week. Minus 1 standard deviation is the most important level for me, then minus 2 standard deviation. This two level is important for me. It can reverse in between these two level, which is a perfect, these two level, the 50% of that, sorry, not that one, minus 2.5. What is minus 2.5? So minus 1 and minus 2. Here is minus 2. Here. This is that area where is the, this is the 50%. I really don't know how to mark this area because this is a little messy. I need something very clean or something like that. And by the way, in the meantime, when I'm looking for buy, I am only interested to look for the higher market structure shift or higher manipulation leg or higher breaker block. That means low will be taken by another low. Because as I'm not looking for sell, I am more interested about the buy instead of that. I mean, again, brother, I mean, I am not saying anyone to use this, but I got the perfection over that way. I will love to use like this way. That's all. 1254. I don't think so. It will provide me an entry opportunity. Let's see if it can take me or not. In the meantime, I really would love to take a partial here, okay, because there is some kind of perfect, relatively equal highs here around this area. So I'm gonna take partial over there. I will go for that dotted line. So here, something like there, 24. Yeah, around 14 handle. I will take the partial, and I'll go for that 23 handle. Stop loss is very tight, as you can see, 11 handle, just 2 tick. I wanna catch that loss because around the PM session, around 10 handle is much more bigger stop loss, around 10 handle. So like 20 handle is kind of huge risk for me around the PM session. So around PM session, I love to take 10, 11 handle, 8, 9 handle stop loss. That is my best stop loss. Okay. This is the first time I got my entry opportunity after 1150, sorry, 1250. So this is that 1250 candle market trade here. Here I have just this gap, though it's a very small gap over here, but at the same time you can see body didn't close below the constant encroachment of that gap. I don't think so that it's gonna be any kind of problematic for me. In the meantime, this gap is, I'm watching this gap as well, which is my perfect inverse gap around this area. So which is my inverse gap. So can market go higher from this area? So even if it doesn't trade this gap, this was my entry from this gap here, that gap. I have this extra boundary over here, this two black line, which is my inverse gap. Don't want to see anybody close below the 50% of that inverse gap. Wanna see this buy side liquidity at least will be taken, and then my extreme liquidity is here, that dotted line. So I'll go for this trade. If it works, I'll be very happy. I'll move my stop loss even only if market can close above that high, which is the extreme high so far. I mean only high so far. So if market can close above that high, then and only then I'll start to look for trail my stop loss. Otherwise, I'm not going to trail my stop loss. If this candle come back and stop me out, I will wait until this sell side liquidity will be taken, then start to look for buy again. Or if it stop me out and then keep going higher, take that buy side liquidity first, then I will look for sell. If I get stopped out here, I'm not interested to look for buy or sell. None of them I'm interested anymore over here. So all I would love to see, can it go higher without taking this low? That low should not be taken. So if it can go higher without taking this low, I'll be profitable. If I get stopped out here, I will keep waiting until this candle came here, take that sell side liquidity, trade that gap. Then if it can provide me any buying opportunity, I'll go for that buy. This is the volatility around 1 what to say, I mean 1 p.m. New York local time. The volatility around the top of the hour. So still it is okay with me because the volatility can also called the Judas swing. So I am seeing this as a Judas swing. Can it go higher now? This time, if market can close above this two dotted, I mean this two black line. If it can close above this two black line, I'll trail my stop loss because this time this inverse gap should not be broken. If it can close above this two line, it should not be broken this time. It should be worked perfectly. Perfect inverse gap. It has been violated this inverse gap just because it was the top of the hour. 1 p.m. New York local time. Top of the hour. That's why it has been violated. This time if market can close above this area, I'll trail my stop loss. And if it falling, then I'm gonna get stopped out and I will stop trading around this area. I took a short, target is 572 liquidity. Congratulations, brother. I hope that you will be profitable. I wanna be wrong over here. I wish I'll be wrong. I wish I'll be wrong. Okay. But as I took the buy, so I will keep talking about the buy. Okay, brother. So I hope that no hate here. As I took the buy, in my opinion, I'm thinking that market will go higher first. So I'll talk about the buying or every level, the way I'm thinking. Okay. So this time market will close above this dotted, sorry, this two line, black line. I'll trail my stop loss. I'll put it below this parallel gap. So my stop loss will be like here, 7 handle, something like that. That will be my stop loss. But it has to close above that two line, black line. It has to close over there. Okay. 876543210. My stop loss is just below this gap now, because these two lines should not be broken now. If it come back again here, it should just touch that line, then keep going higher. It should do that. But if it's been broken, I will get stopped out here, because my next strong level is this bullish fair value gap constant crossment. That should not be broken. Okay, that should not be broken. The best case of scenario, if it leaves some fair value gap open here, that fair value gap, if it can make a fair value gap over here, and if it can leave that fair value gap, I'll be able to trail my stop loss below these two black line. I'll be able to do that. Now my trailing stop loss is too fast. I'm not saying any of you to follow my trailing stop loss, because it's too fast, and I really don't wanna inspire any of you to follow that. I am more curious about my loss than my profit. Okay, if it is unfilled by this specific candle, that candle, if it can fail to fill this fair value gap 100%, I'll trail my stop loss below this two black line, which is my inverse gap. So this gap should not be broken, and this is going to support my idea. So I will trail my stop loss over there, not in the break even, because it can be fully filled before taking my target, because it can make the breaker block by filling this gap. 100% filling this gap, it can make the breaker block. So my stop loss will be there, not in the break even. I will put my stop loss to the break even if this liquidity is being taken, I mean this partial is being taken. So I'm watching this candle, can it leave that fair value gap open or not. I'm just observing this gap, I mean sorry, this candle right now. I'll put it over actually here. Okay, I mean just uh, covering this constant encroachment of that bullish fair value gap. So my trailing stop loss has covered 4 handle now. Out of 11 handle, I have already covered my stop loss. I can't put it to the break even, as I explained. I would love to see how the body is going to close. If it close above that high, I got the partial. I have no opportunity to put it over there, so I will put it to the break even now. Even if I'm wrong, I have already got my partial, so I don't want to lose some portion of the money over here. I remember the partial level was 13 to 14 handle, 14 handle, I guess. So this is the buy side liquidity which should be taken, but as I'm expecting market to reach for this dotted line, that is my target, which is 23 handle. All I care about the body close above that high. If the body can close above that high and the very next candle doesn't come back again and closed below this line, I'll trail my stop loss below that candle. So I wanna see a fair value gap over there around this area. I wanna see a fair value gap over here. That fair value gap should be traded, but it is going to hold the price. Okay. In the meantime, if I see this high, this buy side liquidity is taken, I'll trail my stop loss too fast, because this is the extreme buy side liquidity, that is my extreme target. So I want to see it will reach over here, that's why my target is over there, but actually my target should be above that line. This is the buy side liquidity here, that is the buy side liquidity. Okay, again, I'm not influencing any of you to trail my stop loss or to follow my trailing stop loss. If it can make a fair value gap over here, I'll put my stop loss below that candle, because this fair value gap should be traded, but it should not be violated. So my stop loss will be safe over here. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So this is the fair value gap that okay, actually it hit my target profit. So done. My risk was just 11 handle. If I get stopped out, I'll get stopped out by 11 handle. That's all. Now my target is here. That sell side liquid is now my target. All I care how the 15-minute candle is going to close above that dotted line or below the dotted line. If the 15-minute candle close below this dotted line, I'll start to look for selling opportunity for this sell side liquid. Okay. So all I care about the dotted line, I mean sorry, the dotted line, how the 15-minute candle is going to close over there. That is my intention to see right now. Thank you guys for writing down boom. Now, guys, when I get one winning trade, I really don't need to trade anymore. I'm done for the day. Okay, but as I'm here and I will stay until the end of this session, I will try to catch some run, some more run. But remember, Friday is not a good day to trade. For me, if I would love to trade in Friday, I prefer to trading around 3 p.m. to 3:45 p.m. That is the best case of area for me to trade from 3 p.m. to 3:45 p.m. So if I stay until that area, I mean in this live, then I will show you how to think over there. But if I leave this session, maybe you guys should be very careful because Friday is the mental capital preservation day. Yesterday I told that please don't take any trade. Yesterday, okay, I clearly told that please don't take any trade because that was the NFP previous day. Now look at today's price action. I have nothing to do to that big run. Okay, there is a. Can you guys see me or there is a buffering? Can you see me or there is a buffering, guys? Please let me know. Oh shit. Hello, can you guys see me? Or it's buffering actually. I'm not sure you guys can still see me or not. Can you please let me know? Can you see me or not? Mm, all good, all good. Okay, 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 okay. Thank you so much. Actually, in my phone it's buffering, so I'm little confused. I was little confused about that. See this inverse gap, it has been violated over here because this is the top of the hour. So top of the hour is always very important. Right now I'm observing this dotted line. 5 minutes left to close this candle from 15-minute chart. If this 15-minute candle close below or at the level of this dotted line, I'll start to look for sell for this sell side liquidity. And then finally to the top of this 15-minute bullish fair value gap. Remember, to the top of this 15-minute bullish fair value gap. If it close above this dotted line, still it is valid, the selling is valid, but I really need some kind of confirmation from there that is going to hold the price and sending it lower. So the 15-minute candle close at the level of this dotted line or below this dotted line is that type of confirmation for me. Otherwise I have to wait for a 15-minute bearish fair value gap to look for a sell, which is really difficult for me to wait for because this is the last hour, I mean sorry, this is the last time or last session of the week. So in that type of situation, maybe I will miss some trade. When the inverse gap has been violated by the top of the hour, next time this gap should not be violated. Now, this gap is not absolutely clean gap, but still that was the gap because these candles respected this gap perfectly. So this is the lowest gap before taking the liquidity. So this run has taken the liquidity, though it seems like a single run. You see, there is no perfect swing like this type of swing. There was no that type of swing. So I was little confused about that, but still sometimes shit happens. By the way, anybody took that entry? Bye. Hey Forize, how are you, brother? Good evening, brother. No buffering here. Thank you, Madhi, for letting me know. Guys, please push the like button. Please push the like button. I can see like 89 people are watching, 41 likes. So at least make it little higher, okay? 50 likes. Can you please make it 50 likes? That's all I'm asking. Just the likes, and it's free of cost. Trust me. It's 100% free of cost. This candle, I mean this mini S&P trade that news candle here. That is the news candle. So this is the first time market has traded that bullish fair value gap, which is also the last fair value gap. So after trading this last fair value gap, there's much more possibility it will go higher for this buy side liquidity. And when it is going for that buy side liquidity, it will keep going higher until this candle doesn't take that buy side liquidity. This is the first time market trade that fair value gap from 15-minute chart here, that fair value gap. So when it was falling, this was denied to fall. It was consolidating around this area. This whole area is consolidation. Look at this consolidation, a perfect consolidation. Then finally, market trade that 15-minute bullish fair value gap from 15-minute chart. In the meantime, it has reached until this area, which was some kind of unfinished business. At the same time, if you look over here, around this area, which is a perfect breaker block, low high lower low highest up close body close candle is your breaker block. You have to be careful for the mohawk. The mohawk is until the inverse gap, if there is any, and I can see this is the inverse gap, only inverse gap, so it can reach maximum to that inverse gap, lowest inverse gap, until that gap. This mohawk can reach until this gap. Trade that breaker block, went higher. I wasn't looking for that, I was just looking for this water block, which is actually the propulsion block, not the water block, propulsion block. Trade that propulsion block, went higher. Just keep going higher. Here it came back again to this propulsion block. I didn't want to see this as well. I mean, I really didn't want to see this one one more time here. I didn't want to see it will trade that propulsion block one more time here. As it has done its job over there, all I need some kind of confirmation that is going to tell me that market is going to go higher. I force the market for this inverse gap. I force it. Okay, to be honest, I force it. This gap is important for me because when I saw this small gap doesn't closed by body 100%, I want to say, see, it will work with the upper portion of this gap. No market structure shift here, nothing. It will work with the upper portion of this gap. The next fair value gap is the entry zone for me. Whenever I see this, I keep asking, SK, are you there? So this is the 15-minute candle has closed above that dotted line. So when it has closed above this dotted line, still from the hour, I mean daily chart, it's important from the daily chart. But as I was looking for a sell, I wanted to see this will close below this dotted line. As it didn't close the below the dotted line, I have to be more careful about the selling because market can keep going higher for the next target. It can keep going higher. So I have to be careful about the selling. If there is nothing so clean, I can't go for that. For example, clean lower market structure shift, clean fair value gap, clean immediate reaction, something like that. Then I can take that risk because I'm going against the trend without any confirmation from the 50-minute chart. It is at the all-time high and I don't have any level over here that is going to help me to think about the bearishness now. In the meantime, it has traded that entry fair value gap, it can keep going higher. So if I get some kind of manipulation first, then it can keep going higher for giving me higher market structure shift and keep going higher. I'll be wait for that. I'll be here until the end of this session. So if I get another thing next time, I'll outline that. Until then, I have to wait. So now taking buy is absolutely chasing price. Taking sell is more confident area. Okay, taking sell. At the same time, if any of you are looking for buy and if you see anything over here to take the buy, please go for that. I'm not saying to any of you not to look for buy or sell. Whatever you wanna do, you can go for that. I will do if I see something, and that is gonna tell me that okay, I should look for sell or buy. Then and only then I'll go for my next trade. Is that clear, guys? I talk too much. I know. I talk too much. I'm so sorry for that, by the way, guys. Thank you, brother. No problem, OG Trades. I took it. Oh, okay, Mahdi. That's cool, man. Is it worth it to go for my funded futures in December if I'm planning to take low risk with the account? So need more trading days in a month. Listen, brother, eval account, I really don't care. I'm so sorry to say, but eval account, I really don't care. It's all something like you have to pass it. I don't know how you are going to pass it, but just pass it. Eval is something there is some kind of rush. What type of rush? I mean, you have to finish this within 1 month. That means they have already give you a boundary. You have to trade. You have to pass it within 1 month. They have given you a boundary, and I don't like to trade when there is a boundary. I love to trade where there is no boundary. For example, in the funded account, there is no boundary. Even if you have to trade once in a week, you can just take one micro contract. If you don't get anything in a week, You can just take one micro contract and just take some losses from there, like maybe $10, $15 losses, something like that. It doesn't matter. But there is no rush. But in eval, there is a rush. When there is a rush, I don't like to trade in that area. So eval, please pass it. I don't know how, but pass it. And yeah, in December, January, the best thing is just take more eval, pass them, hold your funded account until February. That's just my opinion again. That's just my opinion. Take as much as funded account you can. I mean, sorry, the eval account you can take, and then pass them. Wait until the February for funded account. In the meantime, in funded account, just take a small trade, very low risk, very low risk. Okay, something like very small risk, like $100 target, $100, maybe maximum $200 target them, something like that. Look, this entries is not my intention to talk about. This is not my intention to show you the entries. My intention to show you, let me go to the dollar index and 1 hour. How to think market, how the market is going to work. That is my intention to show you. And you will learn this thing only. When and how you are going to remember when we are looking for this buy side, I mean this fair value gap, when market was around this area, I guess it was here somewhere, here or here, I don't remember. When it was here, we outlined all of these things in that area. So my intention is to provide you the information about this run, and then after reaching over here, how to look for the next run. That is my intention to show you. If you are focusing on here, say 2024, if you are focusing in here only the buy, only the entries, man, you are wasting your time. I promise you, brother, you are wasting your perfect time, you are wasting it. So please don't focus over here. Instead focus how to know not to look for sell. Even if I had this sell side liquidity over there, why I didn't look for that sell? That is important question. So you have to have a storyline, how the story is going to start, how in the middle of that story is going to provide you the run, and how it is going to finish. That's all you should look for. I talked too much so that you guys had no question in your mind. But please don't give me the objection for that. By the way, guys, I wanna ask you a question. I have asked this question a lot of time, but I wanna ask this question one more time. I know my English is bullshit, but still, it is not bear. Just tell me that. Is it not bearable? Wow. I got to what to say? I mean the two member, Natalia and for Easy. Thank you guys. And Tahir also joined. I didn't notice them at all. I don't know why. Thank you so much for that. Your English is very good. I can easily understand. Thank you, brother. By the way, thank you so much. What is the comment? Let's see the comment. I don't know how to see the comment. Anybody knows how to see the comment? I don't know how to see the comment. One guy just told me today that it's unbearable. Okay, I mean unbearable. That word was really so. pathetic for me. Okay, I was really upset after seeing that comment when she told that it's unbearable. That was her comment here. You should improve your English. It's okay. I mean, obviously, I should improve my English. It's unbearable. And this line hurt me a lot because I'm trying every day to improve my English. It's true, man. I'm trying. But it's still, it's unbearable, really. Oh, man. No issue with your English. I can understand you perfectly. Hey, Will, thanks, man. Bro, your English is good. I am jealous to you, Mosh, because your English is much better than me. Accent is fine with me. Just got to get used to it. I understand you perfectly. Thank you, old avatar. Thank you, man. I was with you since you had 4K subscriber. Now it's 9K. Yeah, thank you so much, DV. You have been with me for so long, man. Keep teaching. I will try, brother. I will try my level best. You should start mentorship. I'm not interested about the mentorship at all. Everything should be free over here. It's Indian English. It's Bengal English actually. Denrik, it's actually Bengal English. It's called Banglish. Jonathan, thanks for that, man. Difference between you and pro trader analysis. Okay, Katie Khan, brother, my analysis is 100% different with every single person in this whole ICT, what to say, I mean, ICT zone. Everyone's analysis is same. My analysis is 100% different, even sometimes contradictory with ICT himself. Okay, so when he look for sell, sometimes I look for the buy as well. So it's like a the analysis I'm fully depend on my knowledge, my experience, and the price action. This whole thing I learned from ICT himself. In my life, I never watched anything from any other people who are the ICT concepts, who are trading through ICT concepts. I never watched anything from anybody, never took something from anybody except ICT himself. I modified something from ICT because I'm not able to ask him some question like, where do you mark the standard deviation? Because sometimes he mark from here to here, sometimes he mark from here to here. So it's confusing for me. So I have to make sure that something that is gonna repeat most of the time. So sometimes it's contradictory with ICT himself as well. For example, ICT mark this leg, I mark that leg because I don't know how to switch that leg to that leg. So I kept using this leg. For example, the first presented gap. The first presented gap, the way ICT marked it. Now I know it's a very controversial thing, but trust me, if you have watched the 2024 mentorship where ICT talked about this first presented variable gap more elaborately for the first time. Over there, he marked that first presented gap from 5-minute chart, from 1-minute chart, from 15-second chart. When you are going to mark the gap from 5-minute chart, from 1-minute chart, or from 15-minute chart, he didn't explain that. So it's difficult for me, right? I mean, it's easier for ICT himself to understand when he should mark that gap from 15-second chart and when he should mark this gap from 5-minute chart or the 1-minute chart. But it's difficult for me to change the time frame and mark the perfect first presented gap by changing the time frame. So what I have done, though I have done this before ICT because ICT just told that there is kind of a first presented gap in 2023, one of his uh, Twitter space. Okay? So he didn't explain anything before 2024, nothing. So I started to study this when Kathy, one girl actually from our life, he talked about this. I started to study this first presented gap, and I find out that the gap is going to provide me five handle, at least five handle. This gap I can use most of the time. Most of the time, this gap I can use perfectly, and market is going to provide me at least 25 handle either way. So every day I'm also learning about this more. I wanna add breaker block with this first presented gap as well. The breaker block, first presented breaker block. I'm working with that actually. The first presented breaker block with first presented gap so that I can make it much more precise. I'm working on that. Okay. So yeah, that's why I mean if you ask me what is the difference between pro trader path and me, they are they're the perfect, okay? They are the perfect. So you will see nothing contradictory with ICT himself, I believe. Not only pro but also the other people in YouTube. But if you watch me, you will see something contradictory with ICT himself. So it's like, as that's why I keep saying this is according to me, not according to ICT. I'm not trying to spread any kind of misconcept, or I'm not trying to drive you any other way by saying ICT concept. I always clear that this is my knowledge, my experience. So if you wanna keep it, keep it. Otherwise, just throw it. Right now, I'm watching. Okay, I'm not in rush. I'm watching the price as market has closed above this dotted line. How it is going to react. So what it can do, it can make a bullish fair value gap here from 15-minute chart. Trade that bullish fair value gap. Keep going higher. So if it do that in 1-minute chart, you will see it will give me a lower market structure shift. There will be a fair value gap. So I'm not interested to take the sell from that fair value gap. Instead, I will wait little more, maybe until this area. Okay. Then if market can take some buy side liquidity, I will catch that sell, but not this sell. Even if it do that, okay, I'm not going to catch it. Try to understand this part. Missing trade and learning when we should take entry is different. It is going to make a bullish fair value gap. So what it can do, that same thing it has done here, right? This is a very nice market structure shift, lower market structure shift, fair value gap. Take the sell over there, market will fall. Market didn't do that. Instead, it keep going higher. It can do the same thing over here. See this 50-minute bullish fair value gap market is just making. What it can do, it can go little higher to give you a very nice market structure shift with a fair value gap. But in the same time, this is actually doing the same thing here. See, and then fall. Take the liquidity actually instead of taking the sorry, falling instead of falling, it actually take the liquidity. So it can do the same thing here. Take the liquidity, then it will trade here, maybe something like this, then boom, again it will go higher as it has closed above this dotted line. This dotted line is important from the daily chart. So if the daily candle close below this dotted line, I'll be very much bearish in Monday, very much bearish. Okay? If it close below this dotted line or at the level of the dotted line by the daily candle, then I'll be bearish in Monday, because tomorrow and the day after tomorrow is off. Oh man, bro, many people online doing trades. Why do they come to listen? Ignore, keep helping your group. That's going to be more unbelievable. Okay, more. I'll talk about. I'll look after them. Okay. I don't have any experience, Scarsin. Scarsin. I don't have any experience, brother. I'm learning. Like you are, like you, I'm learning. So this, look at this fall. So some of you can think that it's a market structure. That's why I keep saying that. Look over here in this 15-minute chart. Look over here. What it is doing over there. Just care about that. What do you think by seeing this 15-minute chart? Is it falling, or do you think that it is going to trade this bullish fair value, then it will go higher? What do you see over there? So if you look for this 1-minute chart only, if you look for this 1-minute chart, some of you will start to think it's a selling opportunity, because from here, doesn't it look like a very nice sell? Market went higher, take all of this liquidity. Now market is coming for this sell side liquidity. Maybe it is going to happen. Maybe it is going to happen. But isn't it too obvious from 1-minute chart that market is now falling for this sell side liquidity? In the meantime, if you open the 15-minute chart, how does it look like, sir? Now I'm gonna keep both of the line over here. How does it look like? Is it actually falling? Or do you see any sell side liquidity here? Or anything obvious over here? No, don't look over there. That is from 1-minute chart. Over here. What the, okay. Now, do you see any sell side liquidity over here? Or do you think that it is trading this bullish parallel gap, then it will go higher again? What do you think from this 15-minute chart? Whatever you are going to think from this 15-minute chart, take your decision in 1-minute chart depending on this 15-minute chart. Okay. In the meantime, if any of you are looking for sell, please go for that, because maybe market will fall and market will take this sell side liquidity, which is my intention. But if you are looking for sell, go for that. Just don't blame me that brother I didn't take sell because you are not looking for sell. I'm waiting. I have shown you what I am looking for. For the first fall, I'm not interested to take the sell. If it do that and didn't take that sell side liquidity, after that maybe market will take some buy side liquidity, give me another opportunity to take sell. I will take the sell here, not there. I will take the sell here because I'm not sure what it is going to do. So I'm gonna leave or give up to that sell. Instead I will wait for that sell. If market doesn't do that, instead market has taken the sell side liquidity, I will do nothing over here. So I'll miss the whole opportunity. Is that clear, guys? Rakesh, I do trade TGIF in Monday actually. I mean to get to this level, brother. My level, I'm learning as I told Skins. Trust me, man. I'm just learning. I'm not in a level. I'm so bad comparing with all of you. I'm so bad. Okay, I don't know anything about trading. All I'm doing here, I'm just sharing my idea with you. That's all, brother. So if you think that I'm good trader or I know a lot, no, man, I don't know. Trust me, I don't know. You know thousand times better than me because you guys watch a lot of people trading. You guys keep watching them and you keep learning. Okay, feel like that I have to learn. So you know better than me. Only problem is you are not profitable. That is you do overtrade. That is the only problem. Trust me, man. Just only problem is you do overtrade. If you stop overtrading, over leveraging, you will never need to come back to my life or any other's life. Never ever. If you can stop over trading. Trust me or not. Trading is nothing but money management. Money management is nothing but risk management. Risk management is nothing but stop over trading. This whole concept based on one thing, and that is money management. This whole money management depends on one thing, which is called risk management. The risk management is depend on only one thing, and that is not to overtrade. And if you can do it, you are profitable. Even if you don't know how to trade, still you will be profitable. That overtrade has actually categorized by some other way. For example, you have to be you can't be greedy. For example, I took that buy here and I'm gonna hold my trade until this area. No, I can't do that. Where see this partial, I took the partial. That is the logical level. I took the partial. If I take one contract entry, I'm gonna close my trade over there. I don't care how many handle is over there or how much money I have made over there. I don't care about that. All I care, that is the logical level. After that level, market can reverse. So I have to close it. What is greedy? When I took my target until this dotted line, that is called greedy. As I trailed my stop loss too fast, that's why sometimes I go for some kind of logical level until that area. But I don't prefer that. I want to close my trade in the certain level where market should go, not the extreme level. That was my extreme level. Okay, so it fall again. If any of you are thinking that market is now going for this sell side liquidity, you wanna take sell, please go for that. I'm observing it right now. Can it go higher again? The same thing happened here. Here, market fall, take all of the sell side liquidity, boom. As I don't have the sell side liquidity, I wanna see it will make a low first, went little higher, it will take that low again, then it will go higher again. In the meantime, if it keep falling, I have already told you what I'm looking for. Everything I've already cleared to you. So this maybe I will miss that trade. I don't care. Maybe it will retrace here, then it fall here. I'm not going to catch that run. I will wait to see if it can make some kind of fair liquidity, buy side liquidity. At the same time, from 15-minute chart, if it can make a bearish fair value gap here, bearish fair value gap I need now because market is not reversing from that dotted line. So if it can make that, take that buy side liquidity, trade that bearish fair value gap from 15-minute chart, give me market structure shift or the inversion fair value gap or the breaker block, whatever it is. I'll start to look for sell from there, not here, because I'm not sure Is it going to do the same thing it has done here, or is it really actually falling? So I am not sure. I'm not interested to trade. If you would love to take any entry, go for that. Are you looking for the first sell and then retrace and sell again? 15 minute, 1 minute chart. Netkit, I have already told 5 times what I'm looking for. I really don't want to go for buy, but there is a possibility that market will keep going higher. There is a possibility, but I really would love to see that market will fall. But before falling, I need the confirmation, and the best confirmation is the 50-minute bearish fair gap. That is the best confirmation after a big bull move. Khalid, can you please tell me which one you are asking for? I mean, which candle exactly? What time candle? Because if you say like that way, I have a lot of bearish candle. I really don't get which one you are referring. So please tell me exact time and exact time frame. On my right, that is 15-minute chart. On my left, that is 1 minute chart. So which one you are actually referring? I'm just trying my level best to talk or to share my knowledge, how I frame a trade. This entry, I framed it in my Twitter I mean previous hand. This one I talked about in my live. Yeah, there is a possibility that I will get stopped out because my stop loss is always too tight. I could be stopped out. When I saw these two candle, I wasn't that much worrying about because it should not take that low. At least that low should not be taken. That specific low should not be taken. As it was the top of the hour, I get some kind of Judas swing. Every top of the hour provide the Judas swing. Almost every top of the hour. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 11, 10. That area. Okay. So I wasn't that much worrying about that top of the hour. If it is the Judas swing, then this is kind of the setup that is called the inside setup as well. This whole setup is inside this setup. That is the real setup over here. This is the real setup. So this is the inside setup. Most of the time, market doesn't provide any entry opportunity. So no parabolic should be traded, something like that. It keep going higher. Most of the time, it do that. It is respecting this dotted line now. I'm I'm getting confidence now for looking for a sell. All I need a bearish fair lookup from 15 minute chart. That's all I need now because I'm getting confidence. Okay, it is building the confidence that maybe market will fall from that dotted line. So it is building the confidence. At the same time, I'm not sure that it will fall or not. So for making it sure, I need a bearish fair lookup. That's all I need. If I don't get the bearish fair gap, I should keep looking for buy. But for looking for a buy, first I have to wait for liquidity taken. Until now, no liquidity has been taken. You can say this low has taken. They are not the liquidity. So liquidity is actually like this. Whoever took the sell here, whoever took the buy here around this area, then when it will go little higher, they will move their stop loss from there to below the swing low. Then market will go and take that swing low before spending higher again. So I need to see some this low will be taken even if it wants to go higher. So this is kind of two type of situation where I'm waiting to see what it is going to do. The candle after TP2. This one, are you talking about this one? If you are asking about this one, it's not even the order block, not even the nothing. This candle is just nothing, simply nothing. I have made the video about the order block, about the breaker block, about everything. Please go to the study folder, study them. I have already made all of the videos you need to be profitable. So just study them first. Don't watch them, because if you watch them, you're not going to be benefited. Study them. Study them, okay? So yeah. If you study them, you will understand when and how I'm looking for some specific thing. Everything is over there, brother. I have already made all the videos. Right now I stopped making videos because it's really cost a lot of time and I don't get that much response. And yeah, that's all. This is why I stopped making the video. But I have already made all the videos, all the things I'm doing here. Something is new which I'm explaining through the live streaming. I didn't make the video. Some new things, okay? But whatever you need to be profitable, everything is over there. Let me see the condition. Guys, don't forget to push the like button. Guys, I have added the Tradify. You can see to the top of this screen there is Tradify 30% discount straight to funded account, no eval actually. So the link you will get it to the description or to the comment box. You will get that link as well. If anyone interested, don't forget to use that link, and the code is snow. You have to use the code snow to get that 30% off. It's gonna be like direct to funding, no eval over there. As you guys asked for that, I added that over there. So now if you want to use the code, I mean that link, I'll be grateful to you. Otherwise, I really prefer Take Profit Trader and My Funded Futures. They're really cheap, and Take Profit Trader are providing the best thing right now. If you know how to trade and if you're confident, then you can go for the Take Profit Trader, which is gonna cost $0. If you can request for the first payout, that's gonna cost $0 to you. It is valid until 31st of December, and obviously the my funded futures, that is also valid until 31st of December, the $80, and then they will increase the amount of the 50K account. I don't know how much they are going to increase, but it's gonna be increased. So if anyone is planning, you can you can take it right now. Just don't forget to use the code T2 wizard. That's all. Okay, 48% are profitable. Whoever voted profitable, don't push your button. It's my request. Whoever pushed that profitable, don't push your button anymore. You are already profitable. There is no need to put your money on the risk table again. Please don't do that. Stop trading. Change your account to paper trade because you are already profitable. There is no limit for profit. There is no limit for profit. So why you are going to give your profit to the market again? Please don't do that. Whoever took the loss, if it is not overtrade, maybe you took one trade already and you are lost, try one more time because still the session has just started. Like 1:30 p.m. is the real PM session start. According to me, it is start at 12:50. But if you go with ICT, it's just 1:30. So it has just started. I believe that you will get another opportunity to to mitigate your loss. Whoever is break even, same thing for you. So you guys can try one more time. But whoever is profitable, 46% people are profitable. Please don't push the button. It's my request. No need to give your profit to the market again. Okay, there is an SMT. Should I use that SMT? Okay, let's wait. Let's wait a little bit. Yeah, okay, Jack. I'll check it. I really don't remember in which video I have explained this standard deviation. If it is possible, just let me know the video. Yeah, obviously we are the human being. We can make the error. So I can do the mistake. Just let me know the exact video where I explained it because so far I know there should not be any mistake. But yeah, again, I can it can be a mistake. Okay, it can be a mistake. So yeah, I will recheck it, brother. Thank you so much, by the way. Just let me know which in which video I have explained the standard deviation. I really forgot. We are the human, the man to error human. So man, we are mean man means error mistakes. Bitcoin hit 100K again. I never watch the. I mean, I never see the cryptocurrency. But I mean, in this time in Twitter or X, people are talking about the crypto too much. Good thing. A lot of things we have to keep in our mind. So sometimes what happens, we forget something, and then it's really so difficult to remember everything in our mind. Sometimes shit happens and we forget some things. Okay, as guys, I mean, we have a confusion situation here. I think you should avoid the standard deviation until I get sure that I'm doing it right or wrong. Just Jack, just provide me to the Discord the video link where I have explained the standard deviation. Okay, I'll be grateful to you, brother, if you can do it because it's nearly impossible for me to find out video where I explained the standard deviation. I need to recheck it as we have some confusion here. School 49% people are profitable. Please don't touch this market one more time. Please don't touch it, okay? It's my request. I mean, I keep saying the the tweet about the crypto now these days next, and a lot of people are interested about the crypto right now as they're hitting. Even ICT sometimes talk about the crypto. I think I should start trading crypto, and I should keep looking for buy only. Congratulations, Mark the Shark. As you are green, I really prefer that. We'll send you the link Discord as I cannot post it. Yeah, sure, Jack. Please. I'll be very much. I mean, it will be very much helpful for me to find out that video. It's nearly impossible for me, man. To be honest, I mean, I talk too much. I post too much. So you know, no need to rush. Right now, market is not moving anywhere, so you don't need to rush. Just wait. In my mind, right now, I'm seeing this low and that low. They are relatively equal lows. Here, even S&P has taken that low. See, it has been taken that low. So we have an SMT here. We have an SMT there. In the meantime, this last parabolic from 1 minute chart, in this 1 minute chart, this is the last parabolic. It is holding the price. So is it holding the price? Market is coming back again for this liquidity, or market has taken the liquidity actually, which has provided me that in what is SMT, and market is going higher. That is second thing I'm watching. Third thing is this bullish parabolic constant crossment. Bodies are respecting that constant crossment. So is still is it bullish? Can market close above this parabolic gap one more time? So these three things I'm watching. If it can close above this parabolic gap one more time from 15-minute chart, that is gonna break this last parabolic gap, which is going to support the SMT here. SMT here. So can I start to look for a buy? That is my intention to see right now. It's important for crypto holders. And of course, we are on LT session. Okay, what's important for crypto holders, by the way? Mahdi, what is important for the crypto holders? That buy. Guys, can you feel the situation right now? I mean, why buy is low probability, sell is low probability? Sell is low probability because market has made the, SMT here. See the SMT? Market has made the SMT. When market is falling, E-mini S&P is the strongest sister. When market is going higher, Nasdaq is the strongest sister. Okay. So if E-mini S&P take that low, but Nasdaq fail to take that low, that's mean a SMT here. I have the SMT. In the meantime, market is trading through that 50% of that bullish parallel gap. So these two things is telling me don't go for sell. Now looking for buy. If I would love to look for a buy, first of all, it didn't take the liquidity. And the last parallel gap is holding the price. See this last parallel gap, it is holding the price. Should I look for buy? Two type of situation, both of them are very strong and I can't just ignore any of them. So what I have to do, I have to wait to see is it really willing to go higher again or is it going to fall again. I need to look for that now. Do you get this point? বেঁচে থাকতে শিখো প্রিয়। Closer the Bitcoin price, which affects directly on other coins. Oh, okay. I have zero knowledge about crypto. I have absolutely zero knowledge about crypto. So this candle has closed above this fair value gap, last fair value gap. At the same time, this 15-minute candle has closed above this fair value gap as well. All I want to see another candle close above this candle, this lowest down close body close candle, another candle close above this candle, which is going to make this candle as an order block. So I will wait for that thing happen first. At the same time, this is the top of the hour, so 2 p.m. So let's see this 2 p.m. where market is deriving. Is it going to fall? Is it going to go higher? If it fall, take that low with speed. I'll go for the sell for this sell side liquidity until this low. Okay. If it fall dramatically, okay, something like boom and fall below this low with a fair value gap, I'll go for sell for this low, at least for this low. If it keep going higher, I will wait for some kind of manipulation first. Without manipulation, I'm not interested to look for buy. In the meantime, whoever is willing to take buy or sell, please go for that. I'm looking for a sell from this gap. First, let me check actually if the stop loss is here. 800. 800 loss is nothing in my opinion. Okay. I mean, even if it is a loss, 800, and thinks it's a big deal. Stop loss is just one tick above that candle. If it take that relatively equal loss before hitting my entry, take that low, I'll remove this entry. Entry is there. So I wanna see it will take me, then it will fall and take that low. No, I'm not going to close my trade here. I will hold it, but I will put my stop loss when it will take this loss. But before that, I wanna see it will take me with him. If it doesn't take me and take this loss, I'll remove this line. That entry. In the meantime, I will wait for 3 candle. 1, 2, 3. Within 3 candle, if it doesn't hit that uh, what to say, that fair value gap, I'm gonna close this as well. So I will say this is just a mistake. I sorry, misfortune. Market didn't take me. I got my entry opportunity, but it didn't take me. If it take that low by 1 tick, I'm gonna close this entry because this low is actually the low where I'll be able to move my stop loss to the break even. So I don't want to lose that opportunity before taking my entry. Within 3 candle, 1, 2, the next candle, 3 candle. Within 3 candle, if it doesn't take me, I'm gonna remove this one and I'll let this run go. I'll say this is just an unfortunate market didn't take me. That's all. If it take me, I'm not gonna close my trade over there. I'm gonna take a partial to the low of this area, which is gonna be like 16 handles, something like that. I'm gonna close my trade to this last parallel gap, which is an unfinished business. So I'll close my trade over there. But again, if it doesn't take me with him by 3 candle, 1, 2, 3, or if it take that low before tapping over here, I'm gonna close this limit by either way. Okay, I'm gonna close it. And I will say it's just a bad luck. So this is the last candle which should take me with him. So it's just an unfortunate. Okay, market didn't take me. As you can see, it's just an unfortunate. I really don't think so. It's good to force the market. It didn't take me. I will accept that. I was waiting for this. I was waiting for some kind of confirmation that is it really willing to go higher or is it really willing to fall. So until this run, I didn't feel confident that it is going to fall. When I got this run, got the market structure shift, no, not a perfect market structure, but still that run, I feel confident that now market is falling. Do you understand how I wait for the setup? And again, it's just a misunfortunate. Market didn't give me the entry opportunity. It's okay. Sometimes shit happens. But if it could take me, take that low, my stop loss will be to the break even. And I will wait until this area. Either way, if it could tap over there, there would be some order block or something like that way. In that type of situation, maybe there was another opportunity to trailing stop loss. That is different matter. This is the part. Do you get it? Until here, I didn't know what I will do. Nothing. Should I go for buy? Should I go for sell? I didn't know. When I saw this, got this fake breakout, still that is not fake breakout because the fair value gap is actually valid from that volume balance to that volume balance. From that to that, which is actually the last fair value gap. Either way, this is not fake breakout, but still, if you just go week to week, you can see a little fake breakout, then run fair value gap, this candle trade that fair value gap, then fall. I'm not interested anymore. So if anyone would love to go for sell, it's okay. But I'm not interested because if I take my sell here now, I won't be able to move my stop loss. I will have no opportunity to move the stop loss. So I'm not going to push the button. I'm not going to force the market. I'm not going to chase the market. That's all. I'll be very happy today. I mean, I'll be very happy here because I knew how to take the entry. Just market didn't provide me the entry. But next time, when it will provide me the entry opportunity, I'll catch that. Next time, I'm not gonna miss it because if market provide me the entry. I'm not in rush here. I'm not in a rush here. I'm not in rush here. I'm gonna catch my entry over there. In the meantime, you remember what did I say? Market fall, trade some kind of fair value gap. I'm not going to take the sell over there. I will wait to see market if market can take some buy side liquidity. Finally, market has taken that high, which has been taken as a buy side liquidity. Then market fall. That is my entry opportunity. Missing point is the fair value gap. There was no fair value gap from 15 minutes. That is the missing part from here. But it is at the all-time high. I don't need to care about the fair value gap that much for the taking for a small sale or something like that, as it is at the all-time high. Otherwise, I would wait for a 15-minute bearish fair value gap. Still, there is another opportunity to look for sell if it can make a bearish fair value gap from 15 minutes. All I need to say, do you understand how to build the confidence to take a sell? Everything I did in front of you, everything I talked about in front of you, when market was there, I told you what I'm looking for, and if it happens, when I am going to take the sell. So we have to look to a long and target profit buy side liquidity. I don't see any buy side liquidity, brother. For taking the buy, I have to look for a body close above this fair value gap. Perfect body close. Not only above this fair value gap, but also the lowest down close candles high. Like until this candle, there was the lowest down close body close candle. So until this candle. So it see the first partial has been taken. 16 candle. My unfortunate market didn't provide me the entry. Shit happens sometimes. Sometimes shit happens. But still, if it could take me, I got that profit. Don't get confused by missing trade. I missed it, so I'm going to take it from there. No, sir, you can't do it because this market can reverse again to trade this parallel curve. Again, I'm not saying any of you to follow my lead, because if you want to take the sell from there, you please go for that. Just don't blame me that, brother, I didn't take the sell from there because you are not interested. Please don't blame me. I'm explaining the price action. That's all. See this parallel gap, that is my target because that is an unfinished business. This parallel gap is my target here. Until this area, my target is here, 2000. I'm done. I would be done for that trade. I missed this trade just for one handle. Just for one handle 2T. I missed that trade. This is the high of that candle, which is 48. And this was my entry point, which was 49.50. Just one handle 2T. I missed it for that. That 20 perfect handle. What else do you need, brother? Do you get anything from here? How many people get angry on me because I was unable to enter into this trade? How many people get angry on me, brother? Hey, our Bangladesh, how are you, brother? Jonathan, yeah, just bad luck. It is falling, brother. It is falling. I don't care. I really don't care. How far it will fall? This is the last line. It can fall until this area. But as I missed that trade, even if I was able to catch that trade, that would be my target. Now, after taking the partial, if you want to hold your trade until this sells and liquid, I have no problem. But partial should be taken. Then you can trail your stop loss the way you want to trade. For me, until this line is the lowest line, market should reach. At least it should reach. Then it will go lower, or it will keep looking for this sell side. We'll look for that. Just need a 15-minute bearish fair value gap before taking that sell side liquidity. 15-minute bearish fair value gap, another selling opportunity. Do you understand? Another selling opportunity. If it can make a bearish fair value gap from 15-minute chart, another selling opportunity. Clear, brother? No, sir, I don't use 5-minute chart. Minato, you know that. I don't force the market to give me the entry. Here, I got my entry opportunity already. Market didn't reach until this area. It's his choice. I'm happy because I framed the right side in the right moment in the right way. I'm happy for that. Today, it didn't provide me the entry. No worries. Tomorrow, it is going to provide me the entry for sure. That's for sure. So today is just a bad luck. Okay. Yeah, I just missed it, brother. Butes owned. Hey Tito, how are you doing? Hey Jamie, how are you, brother? I'm cool. I'm trying to be cool. I'm just observing this. This was that same inverse gap. Body should not close below the constant crossment for the next time. Remember what did I say about this? For the next time, it should not close below the 50% of that inverse gap. So let's see if this gap can stop the price and send it higher again, or is it going through this gap. So we'll observe that now. Right now, do I have any entry opportunity? No. Again, waiting time. I'm sorry, but again we have to wait again. That was the entry opportunity. I missed it. So I have to wait again to see, can it go for this sell side liquidity. If it wants to go for this sell side liquidity, it has to do something here like this. It will fall little bit. Perfect, no worries. It has to break every PDRA, bullish PDRA. You have to break them. That is called the sign. Market left the sign. Then it will build some buy side liquidity. It will take that buy side liquidity. In the meantime, it will trade the 50-minute bearish parabolic up, which is going to make here on my right hand side. On my right hand side, okay. Here there will be a 50-minute bearish parabolic gap. It will trade that 15-minute bearish parabolic gap, lower market structure shift, or the inverse gap. Anything. Take entry, boom, for this sell side liquidity. Another selling opportunity. In the meantime, it has to break every kind of bullish PDRA. This inversion parabolic gap is my first bullish PDRA that should be broken. The 50% of this that parabolic gap should be broken. Otherwise, I can't look for sell. If it's broken, then go higher. That means it left the sign. I'm gonna fall again, brother. Don't look for buy. I'm gonna fall again. So I need to wait for that sign first. I'm gonna fill there 652. Okay, we'll see. Boots. We'll see, brother. Can I trade forex by my funded futures? I don't know our Bangladesh. I really don't know. If any expert over here, please let us know. Can we trade forex through the my funded futures? By the way, don't forget to use my code T2 wizard. If you are going to forget it, I'm gonna what to say? I'm gonna curse you. Don't forget to use the code T2 wizard if any of you would love to take the account. Okay, we're gonna respect here, and we will go to new all-time high. I really don't want to see that new all-time high. I don't want to see that. As I tweeted beforehand, that it can't be one-sided. It should be falling around the PM session. So I prefer falling instead of going higher. Right now, I will observe the market. Just observe. I have nothing to do. No chasing price, nothing. It will keep falling. Take that sell side liquidity. I'll let him to take it. I am not going to chase the market. All I need this type of move toward the upper portion to take the liquidity. At the meantime, in the meantime, if it can make a bearish parabolic up, that's the best case of scenario. The best case of scenario. If it can make a bearish parabolic up over there, then it will go back again to this bearish parabolic up, then it will fall. For this sell side liquidity, I will be very much happy to take that sell. Okay, I'll be very happy to take that sell. Right now, I'm not going to chase the market. If you want to take any entry over here, go for that. So this inverse gap has been broken. So it's the sign that I'm broken. Now I can use this gap now in another way, which is called the reclaimed gap. I don't want to introduce it over here now. I'm gonna remove it. Whoever would love to take entry, please go for that. Some kind of reaction is obvious from this area. This is some kind of fair value gap, which is extremely important. Already, all of you know that. What is that fair value gap called? Whatever I'm doing in front of you. Now, is that building your confidence, or is that helping you to understand how to read the price? Let me know, brother. Why I didn't do anything over here? Then why I was looking for sell over there? What did I say over here? What is this called? How far it can go? What is that I'm expecting for the next time? Shit happens. Sometimes my entry will hit my stop loss. Most of the time you will see that because of my tight stop loss I got a stop out. Not in a day where I should not trade. For example, yesterday. Yesterday nothing is right. I mean, whatever we'll do, that is gambling. After seeing this candle, am I looking for buy? 100% no. Why I should look for buy? What is there that is telling me that I should look for buy? Actually, do I have anything? No, I don't have anything that can tell me that I should look for buy. So I'm watching here. Can it make a bearish parallel gap? Then it can trade that bearish parallel gap. Then it can fall again. I'm watching for that. Bullish PDRA. If I'm looking for sell, I wanna see this bullish PDRA will be broken. That means the order block, the mid threshold, they will be broken. That is my intention to see. In the meantime, they can provide me some kind of reaction until some unfinished business. Where is the unfinished business? Unfinished business. This parallel gap didn't trade it yet. So it can reach until this unfinished business. It doesn't need to trade until this area, but it can trade until that area. So everything in your mind, but you are one biased. What is your bias? Right now, you should look for sell because that bullish PDRA has been broken. Bullish 15-minute parallel gap has been broken. You should wait for a bearish parallel gap here. Then you should look for a sell until this sell side liquidity. Right now, you are seeing that last parallel gap reaction, very specific parallel gap. Don't get confused. A very specific parallel gap. That is the last parallel gap. That's reaction, not reversal. Reversal means it will go higher and take all time high again. Not like that. Reaction. How far this reaction can reach until this unfinished business? Is it needed to take trade that parallel gap? No, it's not needed. It doesn't need to trade until this gap. It can work as a breakaway gap. Why is that? Because now my thinking is market will go for that sell side liquidity. So I want to see this unfinished business will work as a breakaway gap because I'm thinking that market will go for this sell side liquidity according to the narrative of Friday. According to the narrative of Friday. Don't forget about the narrative, please. Ah, brother, if you keep saying that 5652 or numbers, it will be difficult for me, okay? So just tell me exactly which candle you are mentioning. So just let me know the candle instead of the price. Instead of the time, actually, not price. I mean, tell me exactly which time candle you are mentioning. I told that if you keep referring the price, it's gonna be difficult for me. So refer me the time. Like for example, you are thinking that this fall is unfinished because this market didn't trade this order block. For example, this order block. So tell me this order, for example, okay, it's not order block. I'm just giving an example. You will say that 127 candle market didn't trade that candle. That's why it should reach until this area, something like that, so that I can understand that you are referring to that specific area. So I will be able to talk about that area. But if you refer that price, for example 640, you just told that 640, in 640 I have a lot of candles, so which one you are referring, it's difficult for me. Can anyone tell me what I'm looking for now? Anyone? What is the first thing I'm looking for? Anyone can tell me that? To above parallel gap, we will go there because didn't mitigate yet. Two candle. Uh, okay. Yep. That's why I told that. I mean, not only that candle, but also, I mean, this candle has been mitigated. Look over here. This candle low, this candle closed below that candle or at the level this candle. Then this candle open, trade that candle. See, so first this candle has been validated as a order block by that specific candle. This candle open, mitigate that candle, then fall. There is a fair value gap which didn't been mitigated, or it didn't trade that fair value gap. Do get my point, brother? So it's been mitigated. If you're asking about this, it's been mitigated already. But this gap is not mitigated. So this is the unfinished business. Market didn't finish its business over there. So it can reach for that on, though I don't want to see that. I want to see it will work as a breakaway gap. Market will never reach for this gap before taking this sell side liquidity. All I need, okay, guys, that was my question. What is the thing I'm waiting for right now? I'm waiting. Exactly what is the first thing I'm waiting for? Who can tell me that? Alright then. Okay, guys, I'm just coming back. In the meantime, please try to give me the reply. What I'm just looking for right now. What is the first thing? I need to actually get my cat outside a little bit. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Clever D what is that? Pereira. Clever D Pereira. I love you, man. I love you. I'm just coming back. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Dum, 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 dum. Yeah, I'm back. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sarja, absolutely, brother. Absolutely, guys. You are awesome, man. You guys are awesome. I'm looking for the 15-minute bearish fair gap. Exactly. Okay, after if I get the 15-minute bearish fair gap, like after 4 minutes to 42 seconds, it will make the bearish fair gap. So I'm going to mark that bearish fair gap. Okay, right now. Then I will just readjust it if it just make it little up and low, whatever it is. So here, okay. So maybe I'll get that 15-minute bearish fair gap. What is the next thing I will look for? Just this candle has closed, market has made that 15-minute bearish fair gap. What is the next thing I will look for? Can anyone tell me that? Absolutely, wall design. Absolutely, brother. What is the next thing I will look for? 35-minute fair value gap for short entry 135 candle. No, no sell is valid. MSS work with lower portion of it inside 15 minutes CV. Trade the fair value gap. Mention lower. Yep, absolutely. Actually, if market can make that bearish fair value gap from 15 minutes chart, I will look for two things. First of all, if it trade that fair value gap, I wanna see a body close below the 50% of that consequent crossment of that bearish fair value gap from 15 minutes chart. The body should close from 15 minutes chart. That is the first thing. Second thing is, even if market needs to trade this fair value gap, it should take some kind of liquidity. After making this fair value gap, then it will take some liquidity. Even if it fail to miss or fail to trade this fair value gap, if it can do that, then I'll start to look for sell. Okay, some kind of selling opportunity will come after that. So right now, market went higher, take that liquidity. Maybe it has provided me the market structure shift. Yeah, absolutely. It has provided the market structure shift. I can look for a buy sell from there, but that is risky. Remember, this is risky, but it is valid to look for a sell from there. Here, from this area, it is valid to look for a sell from there, but you have to justify your sell. I mean, sell. How much loss you are going to cover? At least there. 6 handle loss. Do you really think that 6 handle is going to hurt you? If you don't think this is a valid sell setup, why is that? Because market can make that fair value gap, 15-minute fair value gap, as a breakaway gap. It can make it. Say this candle tap to this gap here. It is your sell. Remember, it all depends on your stop loss. If you see this stop loss is 15 handle, 20 handle, don't go for this trade because market can go back again for this fair value gap. It's a 50-50 chance. If you think this 6 handle is nothing to you, it's not going to hurt you, take that trade. First partial should be to this break even. Should be. So not break even, sorry, rejection block. Wherever your candle is here, this candle has traded this last fair value gap. At least to this rejection block, not low. Not low. Rejection block. Target this extreme liquidity by trailing stop loss. But remember, this is extremely risky trade because market can reverse again for this fair value gap. It can reverse for that, okay? Everything depends on that stop loss. How much loss you are going to take. 6 handle, perfect. 10 handle, I'm not interested to take. 12 handle, no sir, I'm not going to take it. 5 handle, I will go for that. Definitely I will go for that. 3 handle, I'm already in the market, man. 5, 6 handle, I'm already in the market, man. 9, 10 handle, I'm not interested to take it. Why? Because this is 50-50. Market can go back again to this fair value gap. After making this fair value gap, by the way, you see this one, I'm talking about this sell when market left like 1 minute or 2 minute left to make this liquidity, I mean this fair value gap. So there is a possibility, the difference between this area and to current market, there is much more possibility market is going to make this 15-minute bearish fair value gap. So I'm talking about the 15-minute bearish fair value gap. I'm predicting that it is going to create over there. In the meantime, market has taken that liquidity, market structure shift, fair value gap, immediate reaction, 1, 2, 3, or the second candle has provided me this entry. 6 handle stop loss. First partial to this rejection block here. That is the rejection block. That is the first partial. After taking the partial, stop loss to the break even. Are you willing to take that 6 handle loss? Partial has taken, see, partial has taken. My stop loss is to the break even. This is all depend on your 6 minutes, I mean that is stop loss. Are you willing to take that stop loss? That loss, if you are willing, go for that trade. Again, this is 50-50 because market can reverse to trade this fair value gap again one more time. If it doesn't do that, you will miss the trading opportunity. What you do, brother, in this type of situation? I will wait for this fair value gap to be broken. I mean, either way, I'm already in the market because 6 handle, I don't care about that. I will wait to see if the candle can close below this fair value gap. If it can close below this fair value gap, the fair value gap I will get over here. I will take entry over there. For example, if it close here and make the fair value gap over there, I'll take the entry over there. My stop loss is going to cover that gap. That gap I'm going to cover. For me, I need a body close below this fair value gap. I need to see a body close below this fair value gap. And then I will look for the sell if there is two fair value gap, not one fair value gap, two fair value gap, entry gap, last fair value gap. Took the entry from the entry gap, covered the last gap. Stop loss is gonna be like, in the PM session, like 9, 10, 11 handle, something like that. I'll go for that if and only if that happens. Body close below this last fair value gap, two fair value gap. I will go for the trade over there, chasing price. But if it holds the price, market send it higher, I'm not going to take the entry from this fair value gap, only fair value gap. I'm not going to take the entry from there. Why? Still this is holding the price. That is the last fair value gap. You know the power of this last fair value gap. Can send it higher again to trade this fair value gap, 15-minute bearish fair value gap. Now, all of these things, is that clear? All of these things is I don't need to take this sell side liquidity. I'm already profitable. 11 handle I have already got from there. Took the 6 handle loss, stop loss, got 11 handle, put my stop loss to the break even. Even if it hit my stop loss, I'm gonna get the 11 handle profit. No man, 11 handle is not small. How much you are going to take the risk? Remember, 6 handle you are going to take the risk. It's almost double. Almost it's double. It's not small. Don't think like that way. That is just 11 handle, brother. It's not small. Trust me. Is everything clear? It wasn't hindsight. Remember when this thing happened, even before when market was going higher, I talked about this entry. But it all depends on your stop loss because it's risky. it's risky because market can reach again to this bearish fair value gap one more time before falling. Why is that? Because market wants to trade the unmitigated area before falling, so it can do that. Sometimes market doesn't reach over here, made it as a breakaway gap from 15 minute chart, made it as a breakaway gap if it is in too rush to reach some certain level. Too rush, doesn't need to trade that fair value gap, worked it as a perfect breakaway gap, market keep falling. Sir, is it understandable? Please tell me. Sarji, thanks for the boom, man. I didn't take that entry, by the way. But at the same time, I didn't say it's hindsight. I can't say it's hindsight because I told you everything beforehand. If you are able to take that 600 loss, I mean risk, go for the trade. Buying, not valid. What happened? Okay, it's buffering here actually. Let me check. What the hell, man? Okay, I'm back. I'm back. It was buffering. I don't know why, but I'm back. Okay, okay, I can see your comment now. Okay, what do you mean by fair value gap? What do you say, man? What do I mean by fair value gap? Fair value gap means fair value gap, brother. Oh, last fair value gap? Okay, if you are, I think you are new, brother. Just stay with me for some days because you will get everything about first last fair value gap, anti fair value gap. Okay, just stay with me some more days. And if you are in rush, you can watch the fair value gap concept. You will get everything from there. Is very clear. Master class. Don't say like that way, brother. What time frame are you using to the left of the chart? On my left, this is 1 minute time frame. On my right, that is 15-minute time frame. So I'm using just two time frame, 1 minute and 15 minute. 1 minute, 15 minute. Am I looking for buy? 100% no. Hey pro, how are you, brother? I'm cool, man. Was looking for in the AM session. What happened? I just told that I'm not going to trade this morning session because that was low probability for me. So I came to the PM session. It was high probability for me. Okay, that's why I didn't came to the morning session. It was one-sided run, by the way. I would miss everything over there. That's why I didn't came, man. What about you? I know that you have made a lot of profit by today. You are the profit killer. You and the AFX, you guys are killing the market every day. Fair value gap potential inversion fair value gap. 14 to 4, 14 to 4, 14 to 4, 14 to 4, 14 to 4. This one, it depends on your bias. If you are bullish, it's a potential inversion fair value gap. If you are bullish, if you are bearish, you should not think this is going to work as the inverse gap because above this gap you have this 15-minute bearish fair value gap which has the power to stop the price, send it lower again. So it depends. Inversion fair value gap is going to depend on your direction. What is your direction? Right now my direction is this sell side liquidity. I want to see this is going to be taken. So if I'm looking for this sell side liquidity, I want to see it will go higher, trade this fair value gap, then it will fall again. This gap is not going to be used at all. Maybe it will be used for some kind of reaction, but not kind of like tap to this gap, keep going higher, not something like that. Okay, brother? Sarjay? Go new all-time high after taking 1 minute time after taking lunch sell side liquidity. No, it's nearly impossible, brother. I mean, that much run after the sell side taken from the lunch hour, that much speed without any news. I really appreciate that. Even if it go higher, it should go higher after the PM session. But right now, after taking this sell side liquidity, no, I don't think so. It will go for that one. And according to our narrative, it should not go over there. So as I told, it should not be one sided. It should fall. It should provide us some kind of selling opportunity. Just my opinion, by the way. Thanks, no problem, brother. Are you now looking for a reaction from the 50? Absolutely, brother. I'm just waiting to see if it can take that high, which is the liquidity, trade that fair value gap, then give me any lower market structure shift or something that can help me to take the entry for the obvious liquidity here first, which is here, obvious liquidity, and then finally this liquidity from 1 minute chart. And it will go at least to the top of this 15-minute fair value gap because constant crosswind rejection, top or bottom rejection. So I will wait for this thing. So this is my strong gap, which is going to provide me another selling opportunity. I'm thinking like that way. Simba, you took your first entry, but took the profit at the 1 is to 2.5 pips above the buy side liquidity. That's cool, man. Awesome. You're always better. I appreciate it, man. I love you, man. Love me back. When it's in 15-minute fair gap short opportunity, you can short easily because bias is short for PM. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the point. That's my intention. So let's wait, okay? I got my love back. Thank you, bro. Hey, Jancy, thanks for the penguin, man. I love you too. Whoever give me the penguin, I love him too. Brother from Bangladesh, how can I confirm the payment to my one by answer others which come best? From Bangladesh, I have no idea, brother. I think Pro can help you. Pro, can you help our Bangladesh? He has a lot of knowledge about this. I'm a noob. If Pro, you are here, still here, please help him a little bit, brother. When market is at the all-time high, you should look for buy only, brother. Hey, Jen, thanks for the penguin. Our Bangladesh, I think you have to open a dual currency account. I think, okay? Dual currency bank account or dual currency card to pay the bill. I am not sure how you can pay from Bangladesh. Okay? To be honest, I really don't know. Okay, I guess Pro has given you the reply. Okay, 51% people are profitable. Please don't touch this market again. It's my request to all of you. If you are already profitable, please don't touch this market again. Whoever got the 32%, I can see the loss. Try one more time. If it is not like 3 4 times you have already tried, if you have tried one time only and you are in loss, try one more time because today is the last day of the week. So make sure that you are not in rush. Today is the mental capital preservation day, so don't lose that mental preservation, please. mental capital. Don't lose that mental capital. Whoever is at the break even, if you would love to try one more time, try one more time. Otherwise, just let it go. Today is not the last day in your life to trade, so you will have better opportunity in Monday. Next week, it's gonna be a beautiful week in my opinion because we have CPI. If I'm not wrong, we have CPI in Wednesday. So Monday, if today is TGIF, then Monday is gonna be the perfect day for trading or trending. And CPI, after the CPI, it's gonna be very beautiful. Okay, so don't rush. Even if you are in loss, please don't rush. Just don't rush. It's my request. But whoever is profitable, you should not touch this market. Change your account to paper money. Keep trading to your paper money as long as much as you want. As much as you want, trade over there. Don't lose your profit, please. Because of the range, brother. Because of the range. You have the range, and it is not confirmed that market will go for this fair value gap. I'm waiting for that, but it doesn't confirm that market will trade that fair value gap. It's not 100% confirmed. It can leave that fair value gap and then fall. Market always go for the liquidity. So it is confirmed, but that is not confirmed. So market can trade there. If it trade there, it's a high probability. If it doesn't trade there, still there is a possibility to look for short. But that's why I'm not looking for buy. Instead, I'm looking for sell. But if you are a micro scalper, like 5 handle, 2 handle, 3 handle, yeah, obviously you can try the buy as well. I'm not preferring buy. Instead, I'm interested to look for sell only. Do you understand why I talked about this partial here? You should take the partial over there, at least to that rejection block. Do you understand that? Because nobody knows that market is going to trade this parabolic gap one more time, or is it going to keep falling for this sell side liquidity? Nobody knows that. Why I will take that risk? I took the entry here, I took the partial there, put my stop loss to the break even, or maybe little lower of the break even. Okay, I got a small profit. I'm happy for that. So finally, market has traded that 15-minute bearish fair value gap. Now I want to see how the candle is going to work with that 15-minute bearish fair value gap. If it close above the constant crossment of that bearish fair value gap, that means rest of the day I have nothing to do, just nothing to do. If it react from the low or below that constant crossment or at the level of this constant crossment, I will start to look for sell below this 15-minute fair value gap. So my entry will be below 15-minute fair value gap, not inside that fair value gap, below that fair value gap. That will be my entry point. First, I will see how the body is going to close around toward that fair value gap. If it close above the constant crossment, no more trade for me, no buy, no sell, nothing. Can it go until this area? It can reach until this area, but body has to close below the constant crossment or at the level of the constant crossment, or it has to be fake breakout. That means if it can close above the constant crossment or above this fair value gap, the next candle has to close below the constant crossment or below the fair value gap. I have to wait more in that type of situation if the candle close above the constant crossment. What I'm exactly looking for right now, I'm just looking for a lower market structure shift and a fair value gap. That fair value gap will be around this area, just below that fair value gap, that bearish fair value gap from 15 meters, just bearish here, around here. That's all I'm looking for. Are you looking for buy? 100% no. 100% no. This candle can trade until this unfinished business. Obviously, it can do that, but body has to come back again and close below this dotted line. That has to happen over here. Otherwise, the fake breakout. Any of these things has to happen. Are you looking for buy? 100% no. How can you look for a buy if there is a bullish parallel gap? Then I will start to look for a buy. Even I don't need the bullish parallel gap. I need some kind of order block, anything that is going to tell me that I should look for a buy. This last parallel gap, look at the power of that last parallel gap. Do you understand why I didn't take the sell over there? Because market didn't close below this last parallel gap. It is holding the price. I'm not interested to take the sell from there. If the body close below this parallel gap, then and only then I'll start to look for sell. Otherwise, I'm not interested. What I'm looking for, I have already cleared everything. I believe that it's 100% clear to all of you. So that is all I'm looking for now. If that happens, I'll go for the trade. If it doesn't happen, I'm not going to touch it. That's all, brother. All I care about the body close of this candle. That is all I'm looking for right now. How the body is going to close that 15-minute candle body. In the meantime, I'm looking for a sell opportunity from 1 minute chart. Just a selling opportunity from 1 minute chart. That's two things I'm watching right now. Before closing this candle, if it can provide me a selling opportunity, a market structure shift, fair value gap, or the inversion gap, I'll go for that sell. If it doesn't provide me any selling opportunity before that candle close, then I will observe that candle close, how the candle is going to close. That is all I'm observing right now. Isn't it clear what I'm looking for and what is the thing I'm just watching right now, observing right now? Anybody has any confusion? You should not have any confusion because I cleared that perfectly. Brother, I got your Insta ID. Are you telling me our Bangladesh? I don't use Instagram. I mean, I have an Instagram, Facebook, everything I have according to this. Sorry, I mean, sorry, counted. Sorry, not like connected with this trading account. I have them, so I will go for that. Sorry, not go for that. I'm only active over there. Otherwise, no social media I'm active except the WhatsApp because I need to connect with my family. That's why I'm using that WhatsApp. Otherwise, I am not active any other social media except Twitter and the WhatsApp. Yes, Mourad, I can see it. It is working as an inverse gap. According to our rules, this is a perfect inverse gap. As my bias is not bullish, I'm not going to take the buy. If my bias was bullish, I could use this as my inverse gap. So my bias is not bullish. I don't know exactly from where market will reverse. From this low, from this constant crossment, from this high, or from this gap, or from this dotted line. I don't know that. When I don't know that, I'm not interested to take the buy. To understand why I'm not taking buying opportunity there, if I look for a buying opportunity, there is a lot of buying opportunity. I can use the breaker block here that high stop close body close candle, which is my breaker block, perfectly worked over there, went higher market. As my bias is not bullish, I'm not looking for buy. Same thing here, I didn't look for the buy, I was looking for sell. Same thing here as well, I'm looking for sell, so I'm only interested about selling, not buying, because I don't know exactly how far market will go to that gap, to this low consonant crossment high. I don't know that. It will keep going higher, brother. It will take that all-time high, that relatively equal highs. I'll miss all of them, because the price was telling me I should look for sell only. That bearish parallel gap was telling me that I was looking for sell only. If it keep going higher, without any kind of confirmation. Why it will reverse from there? I don't know. So I'm not looking for buy. I was looking for a buy here when market was respecting that bullish fair value gap. That was my opportunity to look for buy, but market didn't provide me the buying opportunity there. So I didn't go for the buy. Instead, it has provided me the selling opportunity. I went for the sell opportunity. But obviously, market didn't. I mean, you see that it didn't take me with him. Here, I'll miss that line or that leg. I'm just missing one leg. It doesn't mean that I'm missing everything. I covered that leg, I covered that leg, I covered that leg, I covered that small leg, I covered all of them. So if I miss one leg, I really don't care about that because it was not according to my price action, according to my uh, you know the what is I mean the high time frame PDR or everything. So I didn't go for that. That's all. You need higher time frame, brother. Okay, I'm gonna close my session around 3 p.m. After for 6 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna close it. But remember, all I'm looking for, whatever I'm looking for, I have already explained that what I'm looking for, how the candle is going to close. If it close below the constant crossment of that 15-minute bearish fair value gap, I will look for sell. In the meantime, I'm still looking for sell, but that sell opportunity should be created below this fair value gap. If it close above the constant crossment or above the fair value gap, I will wait for the next candle to close until closing of the next candle. No sell until closing the next candle. I'll keep waiting. So until 3:15, I'll be waiting. Then I'll look for sell. If if it close above the constant crossment and the very next candle doesn't close below this 15-minute fair value gap or the below the constant crossment, I'm done for the day. I'm not interested to trade anymore. Whatever it will do, I don't care about that. I'm just done for the day. So this is the three thing. I'm not interested to look for buy. No buy is valid for me. Selling is only opportunity for me, and my target is until to the top of this fair value gap, at least until this top of this fair value gap. No buy is valid for me. So if it happens, I'll go for that. If it doesn't happen, I'm not interested to touch this market. This swing low is valid for shifting market structure. If market shift that low, make a fair value gap here, I'll go for that sell. Otherwise, I'm not interested to trade anymore in this market. So that's all. Rakesh, I don't know about the Discord. Yeah, I will be here. Okay, I have to eat actually. I didn't eat anything the whole day. I didn't eat anything. I was just laying down on my bed. I was watching this market. I was too lazy to cook, and I didn't eat anything. So I'm really so hungry now. That's why I was going to. I'm going to close the session. Even it's very difficult for me to keep talking because I'm too hungry. So that's why I'm just going to close. Otherwise, I would stay until the 4 p.m. I would stay until that area. Okay. Discord link. I can provide you the Discord link to the comment box. It's free, okay? Don't think that you have to pay something. No, you don't need to pay anything. It's for free. Everything over here is free. I'm going to close the poll and I can see almost 50% of the people are profitable. Congratulations, guys. I believe that if you didn't trade yesterday, you are thanking yourself not to trade yesterday, instead today to be profitable. And those people who took some losses or at the break even, don't even think about that. You did bad today. You did the awesome job, man, because you are in break even and losses. It's the part of the game. Sometimes you will be profitable. I'll be a loser. I will be profitable. You will be loser. This is the part of this game. So don't rush. Don't think that today is your last day. You have to mitigate all of your loss. Don't think like that way. I really appreciate all of you and your thinking about the market. But remember one thing: if you wanna be profitable from this market, you have to be stop over trading. So that is the market structure shift. All I need a fair value gap here. If it can make a fair value gap there, I'll go for the sell. If it doesn't make that fair value gap, I'm not interested to touch this market. All I need a fair value gap. If no fair value gap, it's okay. I will use this gap as my inverse gap. So let me actually mark it to take my entry. This one as my inverse gap. It has to be validated as an inverse gap first. Then I'll go for that sell. Something like that. My sell will be like this. Entry will be to the low of this gap. Stop loss will be here above that candle, which is going to make this inverse gap valid. One, two. This two candle has already traded this gap. So my stop loss has to be above that candle, which has made that inverse gap is as a valid gap. My first target will be this low or this last gap. That will be my first partial. Hold my trade until this area. If it can make this as a valid inverse gap. If it doesn't make it, then you know how to use this thing. Okay, so let me actually check if it can provide me that entry opportunity. I'll just close it over here. Okay, I mean, as I'm not going to hold it, so I'm just going to close it over there around this 21 handle. Stop loss above the candle which has made this inverse gap valid. This is the first candle, tap to this gap. Second candle, third candle, fourth candle. This is the candle which has made this inverse gap as a valid inverse gap. Took my sell from that inverse gap. That is going to be my target here, 21 handle. But I prefer a partial over here as I am just going to target over here. So I'll prefer a partial here, which is gonna be like 12 handle, something like that. Okay. So I'll prefer a partial over there. I don't need it, but as I'm just going to close my session so too soon, so I'm gonna take a partial over there and then trail my stop loss to the break even. Then I'll go and we'll see if it can provide me anything. I'll observe this gap as well. I want to see some kind of unfilled gap over here because this market has traded the order block here, which is the up close body close candle, which has traded the entry fair value gap over here. So it has traded that order block, consecutive order block. Want to see some kind of unfilled fair value gap that is going to provide me the confidence that market is actually reaching for sell side liquidity. So something like that. If it can make that gap unfilled, so then after making this unfilled gap, I'm gonna mark it as an unfilled gap. If it doesn't make it unfilled gap, I'll just remove it from my chart. Okay, because I don't know it is going to make that unfilled gap and the very next candle is gonna leave that gap open or not. I have to wait until the next candle. So this candle, if this candle failed to close this gap 100%, I'll trail my stop loss to the break even just one tick above that unfilled gap. If this candle failed to close this parallel gap 100%. Now from 15-minute chart, look at this candle. Where did this candle close? Not even to the consonant crossment, but also below that 15-minute bearish fair value gap. It has closed over there. So all I want to see, this gap will be unfilled. Maybe one tick will be unfilled. I'm okay with that. This gap doesn't have any value. This is the important gap here. This gap that should be broken. Still the constant encroachment is broken. I'm happy to see that. This is the sign that I'm going to be broken. Brother, don't worry, I'm gonna be broken. This is the sign of that thing closing below this constant encroachment. So I wanna see it will go through this that fair value gap now, and at least it will provide me the opportunity to take the partial over here. In the meantime, I will put my stop loss over here above there. Now stop loss has converted to 6-7 handle, okay, something like that. I don't want to take that risk anymore because market has provided me a run respecting from this gap. I don't want to hold my trade until this area. Maybe I will get stopped out because of my trailing stop loss, but I'm okay with that. I don't want to see the body close above this inverse gap 50%. I don't want to see that. Unfilled fair value gap, I'm just going to remove it because it has filled 100%. So let's see if it can fall now. Should go through this gap. This time I want to see speed. I want to see speed that will go through this gap. Look at my loss. It's 7 handle. That is my loss. 7 handle. Do you really think it's huge? Next time I'll get an opportunity, I'll trail my stop loss to first. We'll see how to trail the stop loss to first. Okay, there was a small gap actually. I didn't see this gap. Very small gap, but still there is a gap. What do I have here? 15-minute bearish fair value gap low, 15-minute constant encroachment, inversion fair value gap low, inversion fair value gap constant encroachment, 15-minute bearish fair value gap high, inversion fair value gap high. This is the highest up close body close candle, which is the propulsion block. What do I have here? See how many resistance do I have here? So my stop loss should be safe over there. Body close below this line, my stop loss is to the break even. Below this low, body close below this low, my stop loss is at the break even. For example, you don't want to take the partial over here. What do I do in that type of situation? Body close below this line, or went one tick below that line, stop loss to be at the break even. Market keep going higher, I'll get that 700 loss. Perfect. 7, just 700. Should not go, but if it go, okay, so we'll see. What is the first thing I want to see? Body close below this fair value gap. Sign, left the sign, I'm coming back. Close below the constant encroachment, I'm coming back. This is the first sign, market left. This time market should close below this fair value gap. Stop loss can't move one tick below that line. I can't move it from there. So if it hit me, I'll get stopped out, but I can't move it. Observing this inverse gap 50% first thing. That is the 50% body should not close above the 50% of that inverse gap. This all thing I'm looking all together. Still the body didn't close above the constant encroachment of that inverse gap. I'm okay with that until now. I need the big move now. Big run. I don't like it. The way it closed above this inverse gap, I didn't like it. It should not close above that inverse gap. Okay, I got stripped out. So it didn't work. Got that 600 loss. I'll keep it over here to see if it can fall again. Is that because of my trailing stop loss? Because it should not go above that high, which has made this inverse gap. That means that should be my stop loss over here. Is that because of my trailing stop loss, or is that because market was going higher? Just because of to observe that, I'll keep it over here around this area because that should be my stop loss. Did I get stopped out because I trailed my stop loss? Just to observe this one, because in my opinion it should keep falling. In that type of situation, I take the re-entry, you know that, but as I'm going to close the session, I'm not going for the re-entry as I got stopped out. And if it doesn't go above that on, when the market closed below this inverse gap, I took the re-entry and I put my stop loss in a logical level next time. I mean, whatever it is, the logical level. I go for that re-entry around this area, but I'm not going to hold the session right now. I'm gonna close it. But finally, I got that loss for six handle, something like that. Six handle, three tick, I guess. Yeah, that is my loss. But yeah, remember again, I go for the re-entry around this area because I trail my stop loss too fast. That should be the real stop loss. I'm very much afraid if it can hit my stop loss or not. So I, what did I do? With the price action, I trailed my stop loss. When market came until this area, made that fair value gap, I had one, two, three, four thing to hold the market over there. I got stopped out. I would love to observe this gap one more time before taking that high. If market can close below this inverse gap again, I'll go for the resell over there again. I'm going to close it. So I will just close my session as well. But remember one thing, if market doesn't hit my stop loss over here, that means above that candle, if it doesn't go over there, if it close below this inverse gap, I would go for the re-entry. Did I get stopped out because of my trailing stop loss, or it actually went higher? So that is the only thing I see for taking the re-entry. For taking re-entry, I'm interested to see can market reach until that high. If it reaches to that high, I'm not interested to take re-entry. If market doesn't take that high, it will fall again. I'll go for the re-entry. You can say why, then why you trail your stop loss? Because sometimes market actually hit me over there. As you can see over there where I was looking for sell. I don't remember actually. But when I trailed my stop loss, I didn't get stopped out. I mean, I got stopped out at the end of the day, or at the end of the run. I got stopped out with a huge loss. That's why I trailed my stop loss. But when I trail my stop loss, I take re-entry. That's all I do. Okay, guys. Thank you guys for being over here. Okay, that is the only thing I'm observing. And if any candle from 15-minute chart close above that 15-minute bearish fair value gap, any of the candle, if it close above the 50% of this bearish fair value gap, 15% constant crossman, I'm done for the trade. No trade is valid for me. Not even a single trade is valid for me. Not buy, not sell. Just nothing. I will do nothing over here. Don't just focus on my trailing stop loss. That is too bad. Okay, so that is too bad. Okay, I would get stopped out over here, so I did the perfect thing over here. I just minimized my loss from 9 handle to 9 handle. Yeah, it was 9 handle 1 tick to 6 handle 3 tick. Some loss I just mitigated. I'm happy for that. If the body close above this constant crossment, not buy, not sell, nothing is valid. it will go for the all-time high. You wanna go for the buy, please go for that. But if you ask me, I'm not interested at all to trade in this market anymore because market is not supporting my idea. So I will not go for that. I'll just done for that. I'll be done for that. Okay. Yeah. Thank you guys for being over here, and yeah, see you tomorrow. Okay. Not tomorrow, in Monday. Anybody has any question? Last 1 minute. Okay. GG market didn't take any ROFL. What is ROFL? Let's go. Okay, that can be a fake breakout too, right? It could be. So better to take partial and that last pair look up. No, it's a very small partial. I mean, very small run. From there to there, it's a very small run. I don't like that very small stop loss. I don't like it. Instead, I will put my stop loss over there with a small loss. 6 handles are nothing. Just brother can go lower now. Absolutely, brother, it can go lower now. But yeah, as I told, I mean, after 49 second, if this candle close out this constant crossment, I will not trade this market anymore because I this market also doesn't know where it should go. So I will not touch it. I think. I see it is confusing. I don't think so to the top. I don't think so. I see it is confusing. I've never seen such a blasted Friday. Oh, sorry, busted. Okay, bust. Okay, okay, Mahdi. Yeah, sometimes Friday is always mental capital preservation day, brother. You think we go lower in next week? It depends. Good night for until Sunday open and all the high time frame analysis. They are going to determine where the market is going next week. So I have to do the weekly analysis before telling that next week direction. So from the weekly chart to until 15-minute chart, I have to observe all of them with the dollar index to think about that. Okay. Thank you for everything you do. You're most welcome, Jerry. Uh, by the way, the last entry is a losing trade, so I'm very afraid. I'm really sorry for that. But yeah, nothing to do. Thanks for the stream. No problem. Gupta. Okay, see you guys. And yeah, we'll meet in Monday, inshallah. Until then, cheers, guys.